Oh. I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
I lost the smile. We're live?
Yes.
Why'd you fucking say something? He's fucking shimmying.
You don't
Poseidon
see-
today. Good morning, everyone. Poseidon shows up, top to bottom, toe to second chin, covered in heather gray sweats.
Even the socks.
Even
Everything.
The
Shoes.
socks, the shoes. I mean, he's got a little stripe happening. He's like, everyone's gonna see my outline. All I see is the outline.
No,
in all the
'cause
places I never wanted to see it. Good morning, everyone. My name is Phil Balabanos. Welcome to the morning show. George is here today in studio because it's Wednesday, and George came unprepared as usual. Okay? If anything, he used to be prepared, then he spent too much time in studio, so now he just shows up and makes it up. He's not really the news. What he really is a podcaster. George is a podcaster and a father. The father of podcasts, some would say. Not me, because that's not true.
Not me. either.
I would call him the mother of dragons. Nothing, not even a joke. Eh? He doesn't get it. He's too old.
The
It's
mother
okay.
of
Yeah,
dragons.
mother funk. He said mother funk. George has two hit podcasts, Just Us Dads, where he gets together with other rotund fellows and talk about raising their kids.
Rotund.
Girls, boys, sheebies, babies, all the kids. He also has another Do you still have the Backstage podcast? Like, what's going on
The
with that?
Backstage podcast is there. It's going to pick up. I had, as you know, done a series of interviews for the federal election, and I made one mistake. It's an amateur mistake. I shouldn't have done it, and I knew I was making a mistake while I was doing it. I promised that right after the federal elections, I would jump right into the municipal elections and continue.
And you realize you don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Listen, it happens. It happens. I understand. You've spent a lot of time here. You're now woke, but the right kind of woke.
I spend enough time here to get lazy.
Yeah, lazy
Just
is
the
not
right
a word.
amount of,
lazy aside, Poseidon aside, lazy is not the right word to describe what happens in this studio. Poseidon, was he all this time talking with no camera on him? Is that what happened?
No, I had to adjust his angle.
Everything was
okay.
good. So
All
he
right.
added like about an entire foot above my head.
Well, because it was the way you're seated to infill. So I had to, so it captures literally your head from the corner.
I'll fix it when I get up. Anyways, Poseidon's here trying to produce the show.
No, I am producing.
He's producing. I mean, we're live, so that's something. The Poseidon69 on all the social medias, the Twitches, the MySpaces, the Daily Motions, all that. What's that weird jihadist site you're on? It's down now, eh?
ISISforlife.com.
ISIS for Lifis. ISIS for Lysis. And if you guys want to find out more about me, balabanos.com. And if you want more of this nonsense and you want early access and you want the t-shirts and all that good stuff, go become a patron. Patreon.com/Pantelis for all the early access to all the shows, such as...
Oh, in bed with Poseidon, you get the Pantelis podcast.
I've never seen you so nervous in my life.
Oh, because I was playing with the board. Pantelis Frenchcast.
He was playing with the board.
Bonus tapes.
Boner tapes.
Yeah.
You get boner tapes.
No bonus tapes.
That is enough of that. Poseidon, get that music out of here, and let's go to the news. George, what do we got for me? Actually, hold on. While you set the mood, I'm going to open the chat so I can see what kind of nonsense they're saying.
Check the chat. And by the way, hello everyone in the chat room. We love you.
Hello.
We appreciate you. You're there every Wednesday
Stop
morning.
simping to the fans, George.
Every Friday morning. I'm starting to wonder what the hell are you guys doing? Do you not have anything better to do?
What are you doing right now?
Who?
Trying to get rid of the fans?
No, we love the fans.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna start this off really out there.
Happy?
I guess I don't know. Maybe not. It depends on how you see it because you guys are comic book lovers. There was the piece of news that came out, I believe yesterday, where DC Comics announced that they're, I don't know what it's called. They're doing like a side story with Superman's son.
It's not a side story.
It exists already?
Well, he is the new DC Superman. Superman Kal-El.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the last son of Krypton, but he had a kid.
Yeah.
He has a son. So he's like retiring, I guess. I don't know exactly.
And his son's name is Joe. What's his
John, I think. Jonathan?
John.
Named him after his father. What's more American than that?
I never thought about it that way. I just thought, what a boring name for a superhero.
Jonathan.
John.
Super John. No, yeah,
John, man.
Jonathan Kent
John.
is the new DC Superman. For now, anyways. I mean,
But is he going to be called Super? Like he's going to wear
Superman. He's
S?
Superman.
Okay, so John is the equivalent of the Clark. So it's like his citizen name, John.
It's his fucking government name.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
No, but I mean, he's still going to be like Superman.
George, he was born here. He's not a naturalized.
I get
He's
it.
not a
I get
refugee.
it. It's just like it's a boring superhero name.
Yeah, because Clark is very exciting.
Yeah, but that's his. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway, so his name
Whatever.
is John, and he likes other Johns.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. So
I like that. That's funny.
he's bisexual. Is that what it is, or
Yeah,
I
he's
don't.
bisexual.
He's bisexual. I mean, so he's just a heathenist. I like that. I can respect
what?
that. He just wants it where he can get it. Ladies,
basically.
men,
Yeah,
transvestites, transsexuals, theys. He gets everything.
That's the term, transsexuals.
Isn't it? Transgender, is that the right word?
I think transgender is the correct term.
I mean, I know it's not tranny like you keep saying. That's wrong. You shouldn't say that. But maybe you might be right. It's transgender.
I meant the transmission of a car, bro.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense why you were hitting the tranny in that story that you told. He's like, fucking tranny, it won't turn on.
So he's
Bisexual, yeah.
So look,
I don't think it's that interesting of a news story. Like, people are making a really big deal out of it.
Well, the interesting thing about the news story is that is this where we're headed, where everything now has to kind of satisfy everyone? I mean, are we afraid that people might get offended if we don't consider this inclusiveness?
I mean, there's been not so subtle homosexual and homoerotic undertones in comics for a long time. I give you Batman and Robin,
yes.
and the tight leotards and the groins and all that. But I don't know. It's representation. It's not like, look, if they had retconned Superman, like actual Clark Kent, and been like, look, turns out he was just experimenting with Lois for like the past 100 years.
Yeah.
He's actually gay. I would have been like, okay, that's kind of a cop-out. But the fact that it's a new Superman, a new character, a modern retelling of a different, not a retelling, a modern story. I mean, I don't really care. If he wants to be gay, he's gay. They want him to be gay.
Does he have
the gay people are very excited that he's gay.
Yeah, that they have
Because
a
he's
superhero.
like the superhero.
Yeah.
It's not like they made like, some like third level, nobody's ever heard about superhero.
Like a Robin.
I mean, nobody, if Robin had come out, I think one of the Robins is gay.
Whatever.
Tim Drake is gay. Is Tim Drake gay? No, he's not gay. He knows he's younger.
Yeah.
No, okay, maybe, but the Robin's definitely experimented in college.
But I
for
mean,
sure.
like a secondary figure. Like,
He's
yeah.
fucking Superman.
Exactly.
It's like making Captain America gay,
Right.
which nobody would buy
Right. Why wouldn't anyone buy it?
because he's got like a whole love story thing with Peggy
yeah.
Carter,
Yeah,
and
what's her name?
he goes back in time and shit. But excuse me, you can just waltz in here whenever you want.
Go. I don't play these games.
I told you,
Louis is a big fan.
Luis, big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Who's a big fan?
Can you
Our
fix
parking
it, Phil?
The
attendant.
parking attendant.
The sleepy Haitian fellow has since left, and
I think he was unceremoniously fired.
yeah, she told me he's lazy, and then some racial epithets.
Oh no, she never said.
No, she said he was lazy, though.
But he was lazy. I know.
He was lazy as fuck. That's why we call him the sleepy Haitian fellow.
Yeah.
But
I didn't change the
but-
camera. I'm gonna go fix it while you guys
Yeah,
talk.
please. Because
Wait, your camera?
But how serious can you take that job anyway to begin with? Like, I mean, you're a parking attendant, man. It's like, if there's
It's
no
n-
work to do, what else are you going to be doing?
The problem isn't that he doesn't take it or he takes it too serious. His issue was that he wouldn't help people trying to park. Like people wanted to pay money
He's like, no.
to go in, and he's like, fuck this.
he had a sign up that said de retour dans 15 minutes.
And it was
All
there
day, some days.
It would never
He
come
would
back.
never come back.
That's amazing.
I tried to buy a monthly pass, and she goes, "Don't buy it." I'm like, "Why not?" She goes, "Well, it's not worth it financially because it's the same price as paying every day." I'm like, "Okay." She goes,
is?
"Also,
We were the ones who discovered that. Don't you remember?
yeah, we're like, that's just like coming every day." And she goes, "And you're not here every day." I'm like, "That's true." She goes, "Secondly, it's not like you get a pass. You still have to stop and tell me you're coming in." I'm like, "So what's the difference?" She goes, "You're just prepaying." I'm like, "That's dumb. I'm not doing that."
Yeah, no.
'Cause I want to be able to come in at night.
I'm gonna get a key from her now that I found out
said
she's a fan.
She has no keys. I asked her for one. She's got no keys.
We'll see.
Because Jack, the sleepy Haitian fellow,
Yeah.
he's the one in charge of getting her the keys. He works for head office. He won't bring her keys.
Don't worry about it. We'll get a key. We'll get a key. We have a super fan. We'll get a key.
he's up to something. So right before you walked
We're
in,
talking about Superman's
son.
new sexual identity.
It's Superman's son, right? It's not
But
Superman.
he's Superman.
Yeah.
now.
You gave it. You did your
No,
line.
I did not.
You didn't give away your line. He
No,
had a good
I
line.
saved it for
he
you.
said, "Finally."
But
now,
no, wait, hold on. Before you make the joke, I didn't know he was bisexual when I made that joke. So I might be wrong.
Oh, is he
He's
bisexual?
bisexual.
That's what.
Because
That's
if
what
he
was,
was
announced.
gay,
That's
if he-
what the articles say.
yeah, because if he was actually just gay, like strictly
Yeah.
dickly, then he would truly be the last son of Krypton.
There we go. You
go.
dropped it.
But-
Here's the thing. Why is
George
this?
loved it.
I just want people to understand.
Strictly dickly.
There are people dying, people fighting about vaccines, no vaccines, and the news is a cartoon is a homosexual.
He's not just
We
a
don't
cartoon.
find that a little strange.
What's
it's not
more
even Superman.
American than Superman?
It's Superman's son.
But he's Superman now.
It's Superman's son, bro. Some
For the
people's
next
kids
6
are gay.
months.
You can't control that. It's just how it is, bro. It's the world. Why are we making a big deal about this guy?
That's what I was saying.
No, we're not.
Let
we're
him-
not-
I think
no,
it's fine.
it's no big deal. And like I mean, for people like us who have absolutely no issues, or it is
Or hang-ups.
Or
Yeah,
hang-ups,
I mean,
yeah.
it is not. It is.
Or
It is
latent
no.
homosexual
It is no worry.
tendencies.
But the main issue, and I think why it's hit mainstream media so much, is the idea that everything now that comes up has to be inclusive, or else it's subjected to being
Canceling.
judged or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not really. You just gotta don't be such
I
a
don't
pussy.
know. I will say one thing.
what you want to
I had
say.
a
Do what you
conversation
want to
with
do.
someone the other day, and they used the term, which even though I've heard it used, but it was the context. I was like, "That's exactly what it is." She goes, "It's overrepresentation.
Yeah.
Like you have a section of the population, right? But I mean, is it overrepresentation in comic books? Like, how many gay comic book characters are there? Are there a lot?
Well, it depends. Like out. Like
Yeah,
Batman
out.
was for sure super gay.
Closeted. We're not counting. He's
The
part of a
original
different
Batman
era.
was gay as fuck, and he would hang out with a little boy.
We already
And,
covered this.
Yeah, we already. Yeah, we knew this.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the undertones, and there was no problem with it. We accepted it. We're like, this gay man is saving lives, and he's rich. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
I think the reason why this made is because it's forced. They're like, you know how inclusive we are. Superman's son is blowing another dude. It's like, okay, but you don't have to tell us. You could just do it and don't make a announcement. And people are like, oh, look, Superman's son's gay. And then that's it. But the fact that they're forcing, I think that's what makes people
I don't feel like it's forced.
upset.
In this
Maybe-
instance.
maybe-
Super forced. They made a whole big deal about
Yeah,
it.
maybe that
the
was
media made a whole big deal about it.
No, them
But maybe-
too. They
but
have their
maybe
own
they-
press releases.
Yeah, but maybe that was the whole point, to kind of, raise awareness that, listen, guys, what is coming is this, rather than you figuring out in one of the comic books and creating a shitstorm about it.
No,
we're
they knew
letting
what
you
they
know.
were doing. It wasn't that. I just mean, like, to make Superman.
It's not a
gay,
shitstorm. Who gives a shit?
No, who gives
They
a
can all be gay. What does that matter? They're cartoons.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not. Even if they were real, who gives a shit? It's not.
All I know is now it means that instead of just like sexy cat, like gay guys can at Halloween be sexy Superman. And
Yeah,
they're like,
they
this
could have
this
always been.
represents
Trust me.
me.
So you're wearing a red fucking speedo.
That was the
They
joke.
could have always pulled it off, bro.
You're welcome.
So does he have powers? This
He's Superman.
Superman's son.
He has all
the
the same
exact
power.
same
I
thing.
think he's stronger than Superman.
How
I
He
read.
gets his own parade.
How is he stronger?
I don't know. I remember reading when they first said that he was gonna take.
I
up
didn't even
the
know
cape.
Superman has a son. The fact that he has a son already proves that these comic books are meaningless.
No,
Why?
Remember that?
Who did he bang? The last person that he could have banged from his planet was his cousin, Supergirl. So if Superman is up to that incestuous shit, I ain't
I
down
thought
with
he had
it.
sex with his wife,
What wife?
Lois Lane.
He would have killed her, bro. She can't properly give birth to
Are
an
we gonna
alien
get
baby.
into the physics and the biology of pretend pregnancies?
It's not pretend. If you're accepting that there's a Superman, if he would try to shoot a load inside her, he would blow her up. He would go right through her. It would be like a
What
shotgun.
if he-
Why am I an idiot?
Wait,
Why-
wait, wait, what
this
if
has
he were-
already been discussed.
Hold on,
The great
time out.
comic greats have already discussed this.
What if he had like a kryptonite cock ring?
Then he wouldn't be able to get hard.
Ankle bracelet?
No, it's kryptonite. What I'm saying
like
is, and
a
her,
Cialis.
first of all, the second any sunlight goes on her,
Blasts out
that
of
baby will come out of her fucking stomach. Dude. That's what his energy. It is impossible.
Maybe
It is
they went to a
impossible.
world with a red sun to make the
What
baby.
world? That never. They went to a world with the red sun. That never happened. He
We
never
don't
took
know.
her off.
I
world.
don't. I'm
But
not
do you
down
guys-
with the canon. I don't know.
Do you guys remember that first Superman movie that was?
Where he flew backwards around the world.
No.
That's how you make time go back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it
yeah.
works.
Yeah, you spin the world around. No. They had brought the first time they brought back the Superman movie. It was a complete flop.
Oh, with
The one that I walked out of because they alluded to it being his son, the kid.
That's what I'm saying,
That's why.
yeah.
But that's why I walked out of that movie.
Because you didn't like the fact that he
What
had a
was that
son.
actor's
No,
name?
because
It was a major flop.
Movies, it was a major flop.
I didn't
Movies, they
mind
make
it. It
you
was all right.
suspend disbelief because you believe in the constraints of that world that they give you.
Sure.
They give you the rules of that world. If they decide the script, let me just throw something in there that destroys the rules just to throw it in there, that respect is lost. Like now it doesn't make any sense. Now next scene, I could turn the page and the Power Rangers could be there for no reason, even
that'd
though
be
it's
a
on the
great
same.
twist.
It's so stupid. So you're telling me that kid who threw up the grand piano, he grew up his whole life. He's a little kid. He's always causing trouble. He never knew that he could punch through a person's chest, that he could break through walls.
that's
just
when he
in that
discovered. That's
you
when he
can't
discovered.
discover. It's not a discovery thing. It's the strength he has. He's a superchild.
Because even Superman. I don't follow comic books religiously.
As a baby, he
but
was throwing shit around.
But he was a pure-blooded.
That's why they
Kryptonian.
were-
He was
that's-
pure-blooded though.
So picture,
This is a half C.
Picture George. You know how a giraffe, when it comes out, it knows how to walk right away.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that. at all.
Superman
Yeah, it's,
and his children are very much like giraffes.
It's instinctual.
Confused and long
because
Yeah.
at the same time, I remember
Leoparded.
leoparded.
I remember back in the day, and I only watched a couple episodes of that first season, and then I stopped. But I don't know if you guys used to watch Smallville,
Yeah.
where that first season he's kind of discovering his powers.
Yeah,
like
but they made that for Smallville.
yeah.
Smallville was like for
Teen girls.
Yeah, it was for teenage girls to get them into
They
comic
made a
books.
show to make girls cry. That's what it was for. And they did it well. I mean, in that sense, that they did a good job.
Anyway.
Why are we talking about this for so?
Yeah, I
much?
don't know. I mean,
since-
whatever.
So the new Superman in the DC universe, he likes the ladies, he likes the boys. He's
don't
having
care.
a good time.
I don't read DC comics
He
anyways.
swings both ways.
You don't read DC comics at all?
No.
I felt like you liked a bit of DC's. The
I
darker
was always a
stuff.
Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
And it's not darker, by the way. Their movies are brooding. Their comics
yeah,
are
you're
gay.
right. Yeah. Well, the D stands for Dick, right?
Yeah.
Dick Comics.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Another.
Who else is gay, George?
Yeah,
since you're our gaydar.
Another topic that we can.
Oh, George came in with that.
Yeah, it was his opening
It's a
story.
slow news day, huh, George?
It is a slow news day.
We're doing this in front of a live
I thought
studio
Poseidon was
audience, huh?
complaining.
No. George brought
what?
this
Why
up
would I
on
give-
his
I don't
own,
give a fuck,
completely unprompted.
They're getting their own comics now.
What's next? They can vote.
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was complaining.
Okay, something else now that's coming out in the news, and I just want to ask you guys how you feel about it.
I'm already upset.
Me too.
Because this is already mandatory in Ontario, and
upset.
they've been talking about this for years. Even back when Premier Legault now was elected under the PQ, and he was the education minister in the 90s and
Simpler times.
in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. He had suggested back then to make school mandatory until the age of 18.
School's mandatory now till 16, right?
Yeah,
16.
high school.
I'm fine with that.
That's
I think so too, yeah.
That's the law that we have here in Quebec. It's until 16. In Ontario, they have it, I think, until 18. And they're
I'm okay with this.
Wouldn't it be easier to set it to a grade level rather than an age? Like you have to complete, CEGEP. You have to make it to.
What if you're too stupid? You just can't do it.
Yeah, then what happens?
That's what they do. At least 18. At least.
Oh, you just wait, 'cause at 18
until
you
you're
wait
an
till you're 19.
Yeah, until you're an adult, they're like keep trying. They force you. Like you have to. You can't just give up.
But at
you know?
19, you're like, look, you're dumb. You can
You're an
get out.
adult.
Yeah,
Get out of
okay,
here.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Or at least like
Go fill in some patches.
forced to finish high school.
That's already the law.
But that's already the law. No, you're not forced to finish high school. But I get what,
to
you
the
can't
age of
force
finishing.
someone if they're too stupid to finish high school. How you gonna? You could put a gun to a retard's head. He's still retarded. Like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't mind that the 18 because I know many people who dropped out at 16 and I see them on a daily basis. They're useless. They do not help society in any
Where
way.
do you see them?
At a cafe that I hang out at. And they just, they sit there. They talk about how tables are a conspiracy, things of that nature.
Have you heard about the underground street that goes through Park X for the elite?
No, is that what they say?
That's what they say now.
Shit,
That's
I
the
don't
new
know.
conspiracy on the street.
I don't know about that one.
Because
I'm not even joking.
I want to hear this.
the elites.
They need to get to TMR.
Yeah.
Bro, what are they going to cross through Park X?
But because the elites love hanging out in sewers. The elites,
Bro, they're paved in gold, these tunnels.
Yeah.
They're different.
the elites are actually based upon the Ninja Turtles. Is
Yeah.
who they're based upon. Yeah.
And their leader, a giant rat named Justin Trudeau.
Oh, that's a good one.
So many good jokes.
He's that.
What else
All
you
right.
got? Because that's the boring story next.
Yeah, no, I just found it interesting
No,
because
next.
I'm good with that. I'm good
Yeah,
with
me
that.
too.
I'm good with that.
100%. I agree with the CAC.
Yeah. Well, that's everyone, I guess. That makes sense. Until you're an adult, try to fucking learn something so you could contribute. Yeah.
I think the rest of Canada should implement CEGEP. I think it's a much better system than grade 12.
no.
oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know
CEGEP
about
is
CEGEP,
high school
man.
2.0. It's so stupid.
I
Was it
think-
not the greatest time of your life?
Regardless, we're talking about in terms of productivity. Technically, it's supposed to be that buffer where between high school and university, you figure out what you want to do.
Didn't work out that way for me.
It
but
never
yeah.
works out, and I think for the majority of the students out there, it doesn't work out.
Waste of time.
They end up going.
I didn't go to CEGEP.
At all?
No, I went to
Not even for like a day or
Concordia.
two?
No.
Oh, you just waited it out?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
to 3 CEGEPs.
I was working and then I went to university.
Yeah.
I did Dawson, Marinopolis, and Vanier, all for shorter periods because they kept throwing me out.
And your R
and then I
score,
went
you
to
only get your
Concordia.
R score, I think, in CEGEP.
Yes.
That's what counts. Because I remember they're like, "What's your R score?" I go, "It better stand for retard," because
Because I need that.
It's really low.
yeah. It was that or really high, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, no, because this is a fact, man. I think the majority of the students going into university have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a majority, to be honest.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I've
yeah,
known
yeah.
a lot of people. who knew
Guaranteed.
exactly
I got
what they
into
were
Concordia and I had no clue. I was in university. I was like, history. And I was like, I don't. And then I took the John Molson School of Business.
Went to the School of Business?
Yeah, I did the. That's why I took the marketing shit. And I was like,
Probably.
even this, I don't want to do any of this. This is stupid.
I remember being in Marinopolis because Marinopolis was one of the few college like CEGEPs that had within the social sciences you could focus on specific like what's the word I'm looking for? Not topics but subjects like specialization.
Yeah, specialization.
So mine was psych, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a psych major in university, and I did it for like 2-3 sessions. I never finished. Like
I need
that.
a psychiatrist.
And I was like, this is nonsense. So then when I stopped, I went to work, and then I went to Concordia. I started taking courses to continue that. And one of my professors was like, why are you doing this? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you don't like this at all. I was like, but what else? This is when I started. Like, what else am I going to do? He's like, why don't you figure that out? And then I went back to CEGEP because I was in the continuing
what the fuck?
like
That's-
extra courses. No, like night school. And I took a video class. That's how I ended up discovering that I liked video.
The only thing that ever went back, you want to hear something crazy? In university, bro, in Concordia, a year in, bro, don't we find out something was screwed up and I was missing a single credit, but I was already,
graduate?
of high school.
Oh, really?
What?
This is years later. I was like, how? I have my diploma at home. Like, how do I? There was something that happened, bro, and they're like, nobody knew what to do because I was already in university.
I want to just say.
So look at what I
This
did.
could only happen to you.
Yeah, but wait, who
listen-
even looks at these things?
Bro, I don't know, but they came to me. Do you know how I got that credit? I go to Montreal High, and I knew the girl that worked there. She was she would assign classes and stuff. And I go, this and this is happening. And I'm already there. And she's like, that is fucking weird. How does nobody notice? Because we didn't even notice that shit. So how did I get my single?
You didn't go to Montreal High.
I did. I went to Montreal High. Yeah, I finished up over there. That's where I did my my science physics, my science physique.
So she
But in
just
English.
added the credit.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. I had to take a class for the credit. You know what class I took? Microsoft Word, bro. It was on floppy disk. I'm not joking. It was a shitty computer on floppy
What
disk.
year
I
was
popped
this?
it in. Floppy, bro. I was like, how do we still have floppy
Like
disk?
real floppy or 3 1/4 floppy?
This was between.
Real floppy.
Like
Remember the big
yeah,
ones?
the big ones. Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
This was between
No, it's
2007 and 2010, somewhere around there.
Floppy disks.
Floppy disk, bro. Listen, I pop
The
it in,
public system, bro.
and it says, "Put the font to this." I'm like, okay. Writes anything. You could
I
write
thought
anything.
you were just setting up to get it done, right?
Yeah, you could write anything. You could write
was the
like
course?
"Hello, I am milk." You could write anything. It doesn't matter. And then change the color. I'm like, okay, make it bold. So I do all this, and then like, what do I do with this? It's like, okay, you're done. So they go check it. I get 100%. It was
Obviously.
bro. It told you what to do. I guess it was just to make sure you're not retarded. It's like, there's your fucking credit. Yeah.
That I don't even.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to
Yeah.
say.
Honestly, I don't know what to
The
say.
school system is broken, is what I'm saying. Is but I was already in university.
We're one of the few Did you do any computer work when you were in school or in university?
We
only?
started, I think, they had brought computers. We were, I can't remember, I was in grade 3 in elementary school when they brought the computers.
Yeah, I had it.
Because when I started elementary, we had the computers, the little Macs.
Yeah.
The Macs, the thick ones.
Yeah, the little blocks.
Yeah, they
And we used to draw pictures of penises and not me, other people did penises in whatever it's called, Paint on Apple, the old Apple Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
pixel
brought them
dicks.
in. They brought them in when I was in grade 3.
Okay.
But computers, man, for the people listening to the podcast now, they probably can't realize how,
I mean, a lot of them are our age, so.
how we thought back then, and this is useless. Even when I went to
never thought
CGIP.
that.
Oh man, then I guess it's my generation. I mean, even CGIP, everything was done on paper, man. I had a computer at home, never used it.
Really?
Never used it.
I used
in
to always-
elementary school, yes, everything was handed in. We'd write it out. You'd write it and then you'd rewrite it nicely. In elementary school, we weren't submitting. work
I
on
started
computer.
submitting work that was typed on computer in university.
Yeah,
Seventh grade
but the
for me.
truth is here, but even my high school was shit too, so they weren't expecting you to be on computer. You could
I
write
went to
it.
a private high school, super fancy.
Where'd you go?
Stan.
Oh, By the way, I drove by Stan the other day, and I was thinking about it. I go, this seems like a nice high school. This would be a nice. You have a little garden in the front. You have picnic tables.
I didn't say you had computers. I said it was a nice school.
Okay, no,
It was a nice school.
It's a private school.
Yeah, but some private schools are shit.
Fucking 1%
Lord Hill
charge.
is kind of private, no?
No, it's not. It was like my high school. There were sister schools.
Oh,
Lord Hill.
Lord Hill's shit.
They're semi-private, which means they follow like private structures, so they have uniforms and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's completely public and ghetto.
I used to beat up a lot of kids. Anyways, so just a non sequitur because you're talking about the computers. I
Was it a
remember
non sequitur?
even when I was young and I was working at Jean Coutu, the computers they would use
He used to
were
work at
never
Jean
up to
Coutu,
date.
it's true.
You know, because I remember making.
Two computers were DOS. They were blue.
Yeah, they were these shitty computers in the back, and I was
I
like,
remember those.
You're in the business world, you're like, so shouldn't you have an up-to-date computer? Because I remember we were making the signs, like for all the specials, we would make them, and we would always put funny notes and stuff. And I remember because Peter was the assistant manager there, so I would always when he'd put stuff as he's like, you have to put this on special, or whatever. I would always write like a funny.
Talk about Peter.
Yeah, I would always write a funny caption, and then under I would put ass man, and then he's like, "What does it say?" I go, "Because it came from you. You're the assistant manager. You have to abbreviate that shit, bro. We're in modern times." Like, okay. He's like this. That makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh man,
Assistant manager ass man. That's
yes,
amazing.
man.
No,
He's a
but
proctologist.
just to go back to what you're saying about university, when you realized
The proctologist. Yeah.
no, but just to go back to university when you realized you were missing a credit.
I didn't realize. Some bitch realized it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I fucked up in university because again, I was completely lost. I had no idea what I was doing. I fell into a political science thinking that this is only going to be like for one semester, and then I'll go into business or whatever, commerce, whatever the hell it was. And then I loved it so much. I had 2 teachers that really, I got really attached to them. I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. So that's how I stayed in political science. And I never met any school counselor, any whatever they're called. So I had no idea what I had to do and what classes I had to take. So they had different categories in poli-sci.
I'm sorry. I can't. We can't continue.
I met a school counselor in
we can't
university.
continue
They got
because
mad at me. They were going to
George's
suspend me.
George's coffee has an X on it, right? Look
Why?
at George at the tip of his nose.
Oh shit!
I've been staring at it. I'm like, what is that?
It's hard. You can't see it on the camera, but now, yeah.
I couldn't take it seriously. I'm sorry. It just has a red X on it.
Oh yeah,
That's very smart for them to put it there.
yeah. They should use permanent markers. These fucking idiots.
It kind of came off. Yeah, okay, it's better now. Because I was like, is he bleeding? What's happening?
Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
go
different
on.
categories. So like you have Canadian politics, international, whatever. And apparently
You chose the most boring.
No. But what happens is that I don't know if it's changed now, but back then to get your degree, you had to take a couple of courses in each category.
Yeah, they do that with history
Yeah,
too.
I didn't know this. So all I
electives
did,
and stuff,
I
right?
did was literally just follow those 2 teachers I had in the first semester. I'm like, what class are these guys giving? These guys are interested, and I just checked all those classes, and then I reached the
Sounds
last.
like George was hot for teachers.
No, I just went where
Where he's comfortable, where he knows
exactly.
it's
No, but
gonna
it was
pass.
very interesting. So I'm like, I'll follow these guys around, So I reached the last semester, and someone's telling me, "Have you finished those classes?" I'm like, "No, man. Why the fuck would I take them? Like they're boring. You know what I mean?" They're like, "No, dude, you have to."
It's a prerequisite.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean I have to? They're like, what do you mean? What do I mean? Haven't you followed? I'm like, no. He goes, haven't you met anyone? I'm like, I haven't met anybody. I'm just folling these 2 teachers. Well, there was other teachers, but primarily was their courses.
He was doing it old school philosophical. I follow my master. He will teach me. Yeah.
I am his apprentice.
So that's when I actually opened up the thing and read exactly what had to.
How did you do that much school, that much time in school, and never think like this seems simple?
No, it wasn't simple because I was
I remember-
taking graduate level courses. I was taking like it was really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I remember they have the 101s, the two. They have like these
I don't
different
remember
stuff.
this. I
Because
didn't
I
spend a
remember
lot
me in
of time in
history,
university.
I got mad because I had already done certain stuff. They go, oh, no, but this is a prerequisite. You have to go. It's just an easy, but you have to go back and take it. I go, why would I go back in time? I've already covered this.
No, the
I'm gonna go
prerequisites-
back in time. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, the prerequisites I would take them because you know that in order to take, well, I don't know, Poly 303, whatever it said, prerequisite, whatever. So I knew which class I had to take, but
Yeah.
they weren't in the right category. It wasn't the
Yeah.
right. So I'm like, whatever.
The stupidest part of the whole system. Were you done? Sorry.
Yeah, no, all that to say that at the end I had to take like an extra semester just to cover up for the class that I didn't take.
The dumbest
Too
part
much
of the
life
system
ruining.
is you can take any classes you want technically, but if you're not enrolled in a program, they can't be put towards anything.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
They,
They
could
could.
if eventually they are.
Well, no, you're
part of
talking about
some-
if you go in as an independent student, you
Yes.
got to take a couple classes.
Because
until
what I did was I
I
went.
mean, they
in,
can't. Me, it was that you could put them like. Let's say if I wanted to shift, because they
Yeah, but
told
if
me.
you want like a bachelor's in I don't know finance and you
Yeah.
take a bunch of theater courses, they don't help you in any way.
Oh, I
Maybe
see
one
what
of
you're
them,
saying. No,
right?
some
No,
will
but
because
no,
you
no,
need.
but it
you,
depends.
you-
Look.
yeah, because you need a base. You
You need some
let's say-
electives too.
Yeah, exactly. You
But
need some
how
electives.
If you're taking a bunch of electives, you're just because what I did is I started and I wanted to get into communications. Like you have no portfolio because I had gone and done that video course, right? You have no portfolio. You don't have any other right courses to get into this super competitive
Concordia
program.
Film School, they didn't let me either.
Me neither. They didn't
Yeah.
let me in. Well, they didn't let me in. Like I couldn't get in, and I never tried after.
But I saw the garbage that they did let in. Good thing they didn't let me in.
Yeah, ooh la la.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was I'm like, okay, I discovered Trebis. I was like, I'm gonna go to Trebis. It's a private school. Like
Yeah.
they'll teach me what I need, but they don't teach like this, and this. So I stayed at Concordia for a session, and I did a bunch of courses that I just chose, which I used as like vocational training. I'm like, I did like some theater, some directing, whatever. Teacher's like, what program are you in? I'm like, I'm not in a program. I'm leaving this fucking shithole and I'm going to real school. They're like, why are you here? I'm like, because they don't teach us there. So I got what I needed.
Yeah.
And then I went to Trebis.
Yeah, Travis is where you learned.
I mean, I learned a lot of Concordia too. Like the theater courses I had were excellent. Like for mise en scène and directing actors.
I
they were
tried. I
really
don't remember
good.
what happened with me. I tried
And
to
the
take a
teacher
theater
looked
course.
like George Costanza, and he was just as irate all the time. He was fucking phenomenal.
I took history of film and things like that when I was there,
No,
like
those
movie
kind of things I
related
didn't
stuff.
do. I didn't do. I did practical stuff.
It was a class in university. All we would do is watch movies.
I had that class at Concordia also.
Yeah, Concordia.
No, not at Concordia. At Trebis.
I remember, and I thought about it while I was there. I go, "This is higher education."
I mean, think of it.
I'm
though.
coming in at night watching a movie.
If you're studying film, you need to watch films though. Like as funny as the joke is.
Yeah.
Like at Trebis, what we do is we'd watch a film.
Yeah, but you should watch a film on your own time and then spend the entire class discussing, dissecting it. Don't waste
Oh, it's
the
not what
class
you did?
time. No. In class, we'd watch movies.
Oh, just quietly watch the
Yeah.
movie. Oh, that's weird. No, we used to be told we're watching this on Tuesday.
I'd be snoozing so bad.
Yeah.
No, I like movies.
This is what used to happen. We had a history of film class every Tuesday at like 8 a.m., right? So we'd come in like, and we'd sit down and we were supposed to have watched the film at home.
I never
So
experienced that. I never
a lot
experienced
of
school
people
in the
would
morning.
have. I mean, I rarely did. If I hadn't seen it, I hadn't seen it. I was going to watch it in class and we'd discuss it. We'd break it down. That's why people can't watch movies with me anymore.
I often
My wife gets
wondered
super
what that
mad.
would be like.
What?
Going to school in the morning.
It's
going to
hard.
university in the morning.
It's fucking hard, man.
I always went in the morning.
Really? The elites. Yeah, no, I went at night.
I went at night at Concordia. I did some night school at Vanier. Then at Trebis,
I used to have
they
to
were
run
day.
from work. Because I used to be at the Sun Life building.
Yeah.
And I used to have
run down the street.
Yeah.
I did my photography at night, which was fun. But winter time, man, it was like I just didn't want to be there, man.
Trebis was like 8 a.m. because it's an intensive program. It's a 3-year program condensed into 18 months, right?
Oh wow.
So I would do like 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. sometimes. And we'd have like a small break during the day. It was really fucking intense.
Were there a lot of failures from there, or did most everyone make it?
Post-school or
Yeah,
during school?
post.
Post-school, I would say the drop out of the industry rate is probably like 98%.
Fuck.
From my class, it's me and 2 other guys who are still working that I know of.
But see, the question I have: do we have the industry over here to support the
I'm
kids?
building
studying?
it.
First of all, we do if you want to do the traditional thing. If you want to go and work on sets and work your way up slowly.
Sets, yeah, like Mel Studio, they
Yeah, you
exist
go-
here,
you
yeah.
go- I've done it. You hold the cables for the guys. You get yelled at by directors. You bring some coffee, whatever.
But if you want to be a superstar, there's only one fucking place to do it.
Here.
That's right here.
But there's also a secondary and tertiary industry like in Quebec, which is where I am. Like I don't work in the fucking A-list film industry. Like I tried it and I was like, oh, okay, I don't like this union shit.
Yeah,
and I don't
exactly.
wanna-
It's so
I don't want to
protected. I
spend
mean,
12
yeah.
years climbing up so I can maybe pull someone's focus. Like I'd rather make. So I made my own.
I will
movies.
be in the union soon. Very exciting.
I did my independent thing, and now I do commercial work, which arguably pays better.
It does, yeah.
And we do this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm as Poseidon describes me to everyone. Who this is our Mr. Director.
He keeps saying, by the way, this is another thing that you could keep saying. I love it. He introduces him as this is our the Mr. Director. This is our the Mr. Director. It's like, fuck, you just learned how to speak English.
He says it in French. Have you heard him do it in French?
Yeah, you know what I
Phil?
love? He just said, I've never said that. You could literally go right now if you guys want. Standing by episode 1. Within the first 10
He
minutes,
says it.
he's asked.
Maybe I may have tripped on.
No, you do it all the. I hear you when you
Acid, tripped on
show
acid.
people around
No, I
the
say this
studio.
is the director's office.
No, this is the
I
Mr.
have it on
Director.
video. I can find it from when you introduced
the Mr. Director. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear it that you
I'll
say.
find it after the show. I'll show
It's
you.
like you want to say one thing and another thing at the same time, and you're like, you know what?
They're like,
you're
this
both
is,
getting out there.
This is Phil's office. And what's Phil do? Oh, Phil's like our
Mr. Director.
the Mr. Director. You know?
yeah, it's very
And
funny.
this is where he shoots stuff.
Yeah, because
No,
Mister's
Mr.
part of the title, so it's like the Mr.
The
Director.
Mr. Director, like Dr.
Oh,
Mister.
maybe I do
Dr.
that,
Mr.
yeah.
Jones.
Maybe I will.
Mr. Dr. Jones. Yeah.
and no one ever calls him out on it. They're like, oh, that makes sense.
Because they're like, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's
I'm
a
gonna
giant.
stop
I'm
asking.
not going to anger him.
Poor them.
I can't believe you're a gray fucking Heather Gray teddy bear today. It's
I like
weird.
him. I like his wears gray
started the gym
sweats,
again.
top and top,
Showing
to
off
bottom.
His, showing off his
The
outline.
gym is going to be useless if you keep eating like an animal. I already told you.
I don't eat like an animal anymore.
How do you eat? With your mouth? That's how animals eat.
No, with a fork and knife.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't own a fork and a knife, bro.
Yes,
what are
I
you talking
do,
about?
bro.
It's a spork.
Yeah, when he got the apartment, they're like, "We're gonna give you assorted plates and forks and knives." Like, I don't need that shit. What am I, a pussy?
I need some newspaper and my hands.
Yeah, just give me a trough.
All right, guys. What time is it? 10:37.
Can't leave yet.
You got time. You're not leaving.
No, I'm not leaving because I'm just looking because at 11 o'clock this morning, the health minister is going to make an announcement
Live on this show.
live. He's coming here.
No, they're all banned from here.
Is he vaccinated? He's his own rules
Yeah,
against
he's-
it.
No, but he's making an announcement. Basically, remember what we spoke about last week, where he was preparing everyone for a contingency plan. Because on Friday officially, all the nurses that aren't vaccinated are being suspended without pay. And
In Ontario, they're suspending their licenses.
no, that's what they're doing here too,
Well,
my
that's
friend.
here. Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's the topic that I was going to talk to you
Oh,
guys
sorry,
about.
my bad.
So part of this contingency plan, I mean, we don't know exactly what it's going to announce. It's going to be at 11, but when we're talking about contingency plans during a crisis, it usually means that we're heading into a shitstorm. There's going to be cuts.
There's gonna be cuts to healthcare. That's what we need right now. Cuts.
Oh, for sure, but we're going to have a staffing issue. I mean, we already had 4,000 nurses.
Less than what we need.
The system
So then, how is
needed.
cutting funding gonna help?
I mean,
No,
you
well,
just
no, not
answered your own
funding.
question.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because if the healthcare system is understaffed and there's too many patients, by further understaffing it, all those patients will die, and there'll be less people that need to be taken care
I
of.
like where your head's at,
Therefore,
Phil.
there's less people that you need to hire.
Yeah. You know what the contingency plan is
Solves
gonna be like?
itself.
Look, we don't have a lot of nurses and doctors. So if you got any friends that are like friendly, know how to use a needle, and then someone's gonna be
They
like,
look good in
Yeah,
scrubs.
knows how to use a needle and willing to shave, they can help us out. And then people are like, well, we have like a whole homeless population downtown that is famous for using needles.
Problem solved. Look, modern problems require modern solutions.
So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what he's going to announce in this contingency plan. I don't know how he's going to get us through this, but
I'm putting my scrubs on. He does this.
But the other thing that has come out is the possibility that he will announce that should nurses not want to get vaccinated, they will suspend their licenses. And that's in anticipation of, because something has come out in that network, in the nurses network, that, okay, fuck it, we can't work here, we'll leave, we'll go to another province.
Google Private.
But he's saying, nah, not so fast.
They're literally taking away their
Because we are
licenses.
going to take away your licenses. And I'm wondering,
That is absurd.
That's insane.
how is that even normal?
Now we should riot.
That's insane.
Now we should riot. This is fucking crazy. By the way, all you pussies out there who keep giving to into the government, like the government should decide whatever they want. You guys are fucking stupid. Like at some point, you have to stand up. You have to stand up. These people, the nurses and the doctors, the ones who actually took the hit initially, right? Why are we throwing them under the bus like this? You're such shitty human beings.
That's insane.
If you're throwing them under the bus like this, you're horrible.
How can a
When you
government-
need them, they're heroes. And then now, when you realize that, okay, maybe we blew it out of proportion,
They're
you're like, fuck these
the
people.
healthcare workers are like Batman now.
Yeah, they're like
They
soldiers.
live too long.
They're like soldiers. When we
Like,
need them.
How can a government in any free society come out and say, hey, you there, people who are way more qualified to make these types of decisions, way more qualified than us, the government. Not only do you have to do what we tell you, even though you don't agree with it, and let's not even get into the logistics of that. We're not only going to fire you, we're going to take away what you did 8 years in school.
Yeah, the work that you already put in.
Hold on, does that mean
the work doesn't count if you don't agree with me. It doesn't count if you. What are you talking about? The work still counts. I still did the work. It's valid.
It's a healthcare lockdown because they're taking away their ability to generate revenue for themselves.
It's fucking crazy.
That's what I'm calling it. Nurse lockdown.
Shouldn't they also refund them all that money they paid at school and shit? Books.
I don't see the logic that you're trying to
I get that. I
kind of get it.
We had an agreement. I paid, and this was the results. Now you're taking it away. You're reneging.
But that can be said. They're reneging on everything. We have an agreement in our society. There's an unspoken agreement. Forget the constitutions and all that.
I know,
with
but
the government.
The problem is that most people are so. There's no other better word. They're such pussies.
Yeah, there it is.
That they just let the government step all over them, and they're like, just comply. And then people are like, all right, I'll comply for a bit, and then we all get fucked over, and they're like, why did you comply? It's like, you're the one who started complying, you fucking asshole. You never stood up for anyone. You don't stand up for... They don't stand up for themselves. They won't stand up for you. The doctors and nurses, though, how the fuck are we going to tell them what to do? They know way better than the rest of us.
Can I just... I had a random cafe conversation with someone the other day about what's happening. Sure. So we're talking...
Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
If you continue like this, guys, here in Montreal, one day...
You got to learn how to slow zoom on him.
One day, what's going to happen is you're going to go to a doctor. We're not going to have our qualified doctors. We're going to have whatever the fuck, Sister Kisser Legault decides is a good doctor. So you're going to go there. You're going to talk about a colonoscopy. And the guy's going to tell you, don't worry, it's not that invasive. We have invasive. We have smaller cameras now. You're not going to feel a thing. And then you're going to be like, well, I'm not going to do this because you're holding a GoPro. I'm going to go somewhere else. That's what's going to happen. Leave our professionals alone.
Sir, we're going to have to do it again. Well, what do you mean? The stabilizer wasn't on.
It's like, that's a GoPro.
Stabilize.
It's like, well, what do you want? What am I in the CIA, bro? I'm going to get micro cameras.
I got this off Amazon, bro. Open box.
I've been doing this for 3 days.
The stabilizer.
Yeah.
Stabilize.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I was having this
I
conversation.
used to paint buildings.
It's a vocation. It's definitely a vocation.
So yeah, you're having
this conversation. They're like, bro, this is the step we need to take. I'm like, what do you mean, pussy? He's like, think about Star Trek. I'm like, okay. Like, you know how they live in this perfect utopian society? I'm like, yeah, written by a crazy communist, Gene Roddenberry. Yeah, go on. And he starts explaining to me how it's exactly like Star Trek. I'm like, it's not at all like Star Trek. He's like, bro, this is how we get hyposprays. I'm like, hold on. What? So like, I'm talking to this guy and he goes, yeah, because now it's all about the collective. I'm like, the collective? He goes, yeah, we're all kind of thinking alike because we all kind of agree. I was like, this guy's crazy. I go, you just described the Borg. Like, anyone who knows the Star Trek reference, like, that's where I feel we are now. Like, the government is the Borg and they're trying to assimilate everyone.
But
and resistance is futile.
But that's what communism is, right? The collective. There is no I. There's only we.
Because Star Trek had that like communist undertone to it, right? Their utopian future.
They had here's the difference. They kept throwing little things in. They had we have to get to a utopia where technology we use it for the greater good of everyone.
Yeah.
But they also had a fuck communism with the Borg. They also had
which is what's so interesting about it. That's what I'm trying. That's what the point I'm trying to make.
But that's what. There's no problem. Like I said, I'm all for social programs. I'm all for. I'm even all for handouts, especially people need it. I'm all for a lot. I'm for paying taxes as long as people are taking care of the safety net. I am not for taking away individual rights and freedoms. I'm not for killing individuality. I'm not for killing art. I'm not for all that. That's the part of communism that I hate. The soul that you suck out of the mustaches. I can take them or leave them. Yeah,
okay, fair.
That's what I hate about communism. It's not social programs that are the issue. Social programs are amazing. Like especially, dude, Canada was the best country to live in up until 5 years ago. Dude, amazing here. Freedoms that people had.
Election?
Yeah, well, things started, but it's not even Trudeau's fault directly. It's the way society was moving.
I
it's
blame
not
the liberals mostly.
Yeah, exactly. The party started going woke instead of all that. But in general, you need these freedoms, but you need a mix. Like you see, just like in the States, right? That's why they wanted to have a Senate. They wanted to have a certain checks and balances. Like we have freedom, we have a government, but the government can't fucking do exactly what it wants. Like the people still have the power.
Even though now it kind of does.
Now everywhere, it's become. There's a mandate. Listen to what the fuck I tell you. There's no voting. There's no discussion.
I think of idiocracy all the time.
Yeah, it's very idiocracy-like. Yeah.
I mean, that movie shouldn't be so relevant. It should just be like a forgotten, funny movie. But it's scary how
Terry Crews for Prez.
What was his name? He has that crazy
Macho Camacho or some shit.
something.
I think it was Macho Camacho or some shit.
I don't remember. Yeah, crazy, but he also Mountain Dew in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
Mountain Dew. Also, everyone was drinking Gatorade. I think.
All the plants were dying because they're all drinking Mountain Dew. They were
Yeah, people-
watering them with Mountain Dew.
Yeah, people were so stupid. He's like, well, why don't you guys just drink water? Ugh, you mean the thing that's in the toilet? People were so dumb. They made, but you know what's funny? It's because it's
the
basically Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Because it kind of talk.
Just write
That's how people
Idiocracy
are now.
president's
You know,
name.
with association, people are so stupid.
Yeah.
Like same thing with like the ivermectin thing. There's ivermectin for humans that is prescribed. Ugh, you mean the horse dewormer? No. I mean
I
the
still
anti-parasitic
stand-
thing
I
that they
stand
use for
that
humans.
was the greatest, the most beautifully executed counter marketing psyop I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like so many levels of genius on how they did it, mostly because people are stupid.
Yeah.
People are fucking dumb as
And
shit. bro.
people were running around with this righteous fucking indignation, like, how dare you're not a horse.
Yeah,
Like,
and they had
shut
no
the
clue what you were
fuck up,
talking
bro.
about. Yeah.
Why are you tweeting? Shut. Go back to your fucking commune. Wherever
Go
you
back
live.
to your mom's basement, kid.
No, they weren't basement dwellers. They were commune dwellers. Like,
Commune.
look, I grew a lotus flower.
Ugh.
Anyways,
Carry on, G.
idiocracy.
Yeah. Just to close this up. I mean, I also find it ridiculous that you're taking all these people hostage and you're
Slag
you know, I mean, their backs are up against the wall right now, and not only that, your move is to remove the one thing that.
We had going for us.
But it also, forget about us. That guarantees their livelihood, man. It's like, this is what they know. This is what they want to do. Who are you to come in and take it away from them? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I understand the government wanting.
At an administrative level, if they wanted to start punishing, not that I agree with it on any level, but if they were making a big stink about like the fonctionnaires, I'd be like, well, they're the dumbest subsection of society anyways, so figure it out. But these are doctors and nurses.
Yeah, the argument that the government says against the nurses and doctors, they go, well, if you don't take the jab, it's unsafe, and everybody has to take it, right? So I have
that they
I have
say the
one
jab.
question. I have one question. No, I'm trying to not get it
I know.
demonetized. I have one question.
Oh.
What happened to Africa? Now I know this is gonna anger a lot of you whites. What happened to Black Africa who didn't have these mandates? What's going on in the Congo? They must be fucking destitute, right? Everything is done over there. It's all on fire, isn't it? Oh,
In it,
it's not.
the DRC
It
is
isn't.
COVID free as far as I
Huh.
know. But hold
Shocking.
on. Time out. It could be that they're just not counting anything because this is the Democratic
Yeah,
Republic
but they
of
would
Congo.
have. But the way we're saying, look, most people are starting to realize that it's a bit overblown. But the way they were saying it, shouldn't there be a catastrophe there?
I think there already is. It's just not COVID related.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, they're blowing this out of proportion.
I know.
It's
I
like
know what you're saying. I
they're
understand.
digging their heels in. They're forcing. So they're not forcing theater performers in Quebec. A theater performer, you don't have to. If you're part of a play, if you're part of a theater, if you're working, if
No?
you're a waiter, no, you don't have to. So clearly, you know that it's not so crazy that everybody has to, or else we're all going to die. But you are imposing this on the qualified professionals that could help people should anything go wrong. It doesn't make sense.
No.
You get it? It's like one of those, I'm digging my heels in, I've decided.
I've tried to.
They're
I've
acting,
tried
the
to
government
break
is
down
acting
the
like
logic
children.
many
You get what I'm
times.
saying, Poseidon?
Sorry, I
does,
was reading
really.
the chat.
Yeah. What was the chat saying, Poseidon?
Yeah, what do they say?
Are they mad that I brought up the Africans?
No. They're
My
they
understanding.
agree. They agree with what's going on with the nurses and shit. Like, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's very fucked up. So
What's
I'm just
wrong
saying.
with the lotus
So I'm
flower?
not. I could perform anywhere in Quebec. I'm not barred from performing if I don't get jabbed. I'm not barred from any of that. I could be non-jabbed, full. It doesn't matter, right? They don't check any of that. But a nurse and a doctor are barred from doing their job. Their job. I don't want to. I love my job. I think it's very important, but it's not as important as a fucking doctor or a nurse.
And the other thing now is that because you have all the oppositions in Quebec City trying to pressure the government to extend this, deadline. They're like, listen, man, it's unreasonable. Because there's a lot of nurses that actually decided to get the vaccine, but they haven't had enough time to get the second one because
Yeah,
of the.
and many have been. They cry too. They get coerced.
But regardless, they haven't had
though.
enough time to get the second one in order, not to lose
Because
their
they're
jobs
busy
or whatever.
working.
Yeah.
And they're not allowed to work.
No, because you have. I don't
You
know
have
how
to
many-
wait. You have to
2
wait
weeks
about a
now.
month.
Yeah, like
2 weeks now.
No, it's about a month.
Is it whatever
Yeah.
it is? Whatever it is. In any case,
Means the dose. We're talking about the dosages, right?
yeah, exactly.
one and
Yeah. So the opposition groups are in Quebec are like, listen, why don't you extend it to maybe 3 weeks? Give the people the chance to at least get their full vaccination so that the system doesn't fucking crumble in literally 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Problem now is that the government has made so much advance into this. They've committed themselves fully
Into destroying our society.
And another
to
thing-
this that they would never back up
Yeah, my
now
boy.
from this.
The nurses, even if they get jabbed, they can still carry COVID and give COVID.
We know. That is, if anybody who says the opposite is the argument of an imbecile. We know. They're not even arguing that anymore. Now they're just saying, take it because I'm telling you. So that's what the
only
nurses,
thing
and
they've
a
really
lot of
said-
nurses and doctors are like, look, first of all, I've been doing this for 2 fucking years. Either they went through it and now they're okay, which we already know from the Lice Project Veritas little
we
thing,
always
that
do that.
even Pfizer knows that you're more protected if you had it and you
That's
beat it
just
than you
common
are with
sense.
this. That's just common sense, anyways. So they're like, why the fuck no? Now you're forcing me to do something that's unscientific, and you're telling me follow the science.
Can I tell you
so they're
something
getting mad,
that I
yeah.
read yesterday that I was like, I read it and I was like, I must have misread that. They're saying that because we eradicated I assume that everything I'm saying is in air quotes, guys, because I'm just quoting it, okay? Because I don't want to do this the whole time. They're saying that because we eradicated the flu in Canada last year.
We did not eradicate.
Wait. That this year's flu season is going to be double deadly. I was like, what?
I thought it was eradicated.
What do you mean?
This is Orwell shit. This is fucking double.
Yeah, this is, yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
they're
I
saying
don't
because
understand the logic,
everyone gets the flu, right? We all get it in
Yeah.
our lifetimes, right? And
Yeah.
the longer it's been since you've had the flu, the worse you're going to get it the next time you get it, right? Because you're always going to get it again. It's the flu, right? We're never going to eradicate
I don't think that's true, but you do get it hard
because you
sometimes.
have waning immunity to different strands, and those help
Whatever,
you fight
okay.
different versions of mutations. So they're saying if you didn't get your flu shot last year and you catch the flu this year, it's going to fuck you up.
I never got the flu shot.
Never in my
Right.
life.
I used to get it all the time because of the CLSC, right?
Me
They used to,
neither,
like,
and
they
I
used
think
to
I've,
force us.
I've gotten the flu maybe twice in my life.
No, I think I get the flu, but I
It's
mean,
not
it
a
doesn't
question of the flu
destroy
or
me.
not.
I mean, okay, it's a
Look,
little...
I've had a very bad flu where I was like, kill me now. I mean, I've experienced it, but for the most part, yeah, you just feel shitty for a few days.
Weak.
But like, just think about-
But it's mostly mental. He brings himself down.
What do you mean?
You get a cough or you're sick, you overanalyze, and then you start making yourself sick.
Oh no, I mean like before I started being crazy like that.
You come on. The whole time I know you've been an anxious pigeon.
Not the whole time. You've known me since I was 5.
Oh, you know what I mean. As an adult,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course,
you-
when you're 5, you're anxious.
Am
You
I
know
an
what's going
adult
on.
now?
You know what I mean.
I am, right?
Yeah, he's always been anxious. Yeah,
I don't know if I've always been anxious.
Yeah,
about being
hypochondriac.
sick and
you're a
stuff.
hypochondriac a bit. Yeah,
Not really.
yeah.
Not when I was younger.
Well, since you've been an adult,
I would say
you overanalyze.
in my 20s. In my 20s,
Yeah,
I
you
started
you
getting
start
anxious.
overanalyzing shit,
But I'm
and then
not
you
like that
get yourself
anymore.
nervous.
I don't feel that
The
way
last
anymore.
month and a half, I don't know what it is, but you have calmed down a bit.
I graduated therapy.
No, that's what it is.
Yeah, I finished therapy.
Yeah.
I'm done. He didn't want to see me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you've completed all the levels. Get out of here.
Like,
Jesus
shut the
Christ, can you
fucking-
believe that?
Put your pants up. But the headline is what fucking stuck with me. Like, think about that for a second.
Double speed.
Hey, we did so good last year. We're all gonna die now.
Yeah, double think,
Like,
right?
what
And then
is
people
that?
believe two
Yeah,
opposite
it's
things.
insane.
This doesn't exist anymore. This is gonna kill us. They believe the exact same, the two opposite things, and it's normal. Yeah.
How did they fall for
Cognitive
that?
dissonance, right? Is that what it is?
Cognitive dissonance is when it's something.
Is it dissonance? It's dissonance,
Yeah.
right?
What happens is dissonance is cognitive dissonance is when let's say right now your whole life you've been told, I don't know, you believe something religiously, and then someone
You're
is
overcomplicating your answer.
presenting someone's presenting with you evidence, facts right now
Something
to the
that does not
contrary.
fit that narrative.
You can't, even though you're living with a reality, like someone told you tables don't exist. You still maintain tables don't exist, even though you're using a table. This is what a lot of people are doing now in society. It's like they're saying two
happening.
opposite things.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And let's
I blame TikTok mostly.
let's
Just putting it out there.
let's hit a little bit the federal stuff.
Yeah, let's hit it.
That was such a
Hit it.
Montreal
Hit
sentence.
it. Hit it.
Let's hit a little bit the federal stuff. All right, federal
He's not
Alex.
even from Montreal.
There's
South Shore.
there's an article in the National Post, and because we spoke about Trudeau and everything that he's done during this pandemic, which by the way I've said it and I'll say it again, I think it was necessary for him to bring up all these financial measures to help assist everyone. And the question is, and we've been asking ourselves, why the hell is he not just stopping it, right? Why is he let him eat it?
He's gonna make a mess out of everything. He can't have food in.
It's
in
my
the studio.
fault. I shouldn't have brought.
You
food.
gave it to him.
Yeah.
Don't feed the
Don't feed
animals.
the bear.
Don't feed the seagulls.
So anyways, everybody's been wondering why the hell are these programs still there? And there's an article in the National Post today that is suggesting, which is not something that we didn't know about, right? We've spoken about this many times, that this CERB program is most likely going to transition into universal basic income, and whether or not this is the right thing or not, right?
They should call it basic
what?
universal basic income.
Basic universal basic income.
Booby.
The Serb program. I want the Bosnian one.
Yeah. Here is your one sliced bread dry. Here is your gruel. And here is your slapping face.
That's what's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Wait, so the universal basic income, everyone's going to be entitled to it?
Look, what I read, I think it was an article that came out at the beginning of the year, and of course, this was all speculation, right? Because nothing has been tabled.
Speculative.
But from inside sources that these journalists had, they, and I don't know what kind of information they got because nothing has come out yet. Basically, they were saying that you have access to this program up until $50,000,
Up until $50,000.
$50,000, and then from that point on, it starts scaling down the universal basic income.
Yay?
I mean,
$50,000 is really not a lot of money. Let's just be serious.
To not
today.
do anything?
In today's world,
No. If you make up to 50 grand, you can also take UBI. That's what he's saying. So
Yeah,
you can
it's the same.
you
Yeah,
can make your own
you're getting both.
50,000
Yeah.
and you can get UBI.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
100 G's.
That's like it's not $50,000 the UBI.
it's 70.
it's about 75. Let's say between
74,000.
75 grand.
Okay.
Oh, it's 25,000 the UBI.
I don't know exactly because it's all
well,
speculative.
two grand a month times 12 is
No, it's not going to be 2
$24,000.
grand a month. I was reading about it the other day. That's Serb, right?
Well,
Anyways.
let's assume that they would keep the
But
exact
if,
same
but if
thing.
they do this, they're going to get rid of all the other welfare programs.
Well, see that
That's where it balances out.
Well, no, not all. Well, that's what we had spoken about in the beginning of the year,
I
where
understood.
when that article came out and they had approached François Legault on what he thought about it, he didn't seem too,
Like Quebec save the money, you make the money, win-win.
He didn't seem too bothered by it because he thought, listen, if the federal government is giving you your monthly allowance, then I'm saving billions of dollars on my welfare program. I'm just going to remove you from there.
And our welfare program here, we said, is low, right? It's like $800 a month. It's nothing.
no,
So if
it depends.
you'd be
It could
getting
higher.
more?
No, it could be.
Depends.
It
If you have
depends if you have
kids, if you have any kind of
disabilities,
disabilities.
Will the universal
The
basic income
problem with
work
our
the same way?
the problem with our welfare program in Quebec is that it's given to people that don't deserve to be on it.
Oh my God.
What are you trying to say,
No,
sir?
What's
the
really
welfare is $1,500 for a single adult now.
Here?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to go welfare. That's great. Fuck working.
Declare yourself divorced and get double.
What if
you
you're
and your
not...
wife.
Poseidon, it's only for single adults. What if they're in a complicated relationship?
Complicated.
That's what I just said. You declare yourself divorced.
I know.
Separated.
No, if I think it's $2,500 if you have a family. So let's say if you're a husband and wife, both on welfare, I think you both get $2,500.
But we could just get divorced and make 3.
All right, well, you know what? I'm doubling down on the woke society. I identify
so
as
you
3
make-
single unemployed people.
You definitely take up the space of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. $1,500 for a single adult, $1,500 for a minor staying with a child.
I like that this is the
A
equivalent.
minor staying with a child.
Yeah.
How is a minor in control of a
wait,
child?
Bro, I have
You want to read it with the punctuation, maybe?
There's no punctuation.
I feel like
that
they forgot Virgil.
$1,500
Of your Gulis.
for a minor staying with a child. There's no comma. There's
I'm going to go
That's-
check. I have to check this.
Come see.
I mean, it's a little strange for a minor. Like, I thought we're not supposed to leave
literally what it
minors alone. Wait, is it minor OR or ER?
He's right. It's
Yeah.
just, it's poorly written.
It's poorly
Doesn't make any
written?
sense.
It's the
It's
government?
$1,500 for a minor staying with a child. Comma. At the end.
What?
No, semicolon at the end.
Semicolon, yeah.
Semicolon. It's Spanish, that one.
Can you legally fuck with them if they write stupid shit?
And
Yeah.
this is on the Quebec government website.
I'm going to have
by the way,
my
just,
daughter
going on the
apply and be
record.
like, yeah, I'm
just
5
saying,
and I take care of my sister.
I just wanna
Minor staying with it.
say this is on the Quebec government.
Yeah, you know,
But maybe it's just poorly
they're
translated.
no longer trying to protect the French language. They're trying to destroy the English one.
Punctuation? We don't need punctuation.
Anyways, go on.
So yeah, so this is what we're going to be looking forward to because remember when I
Still
told
laughing at that.
no, but I mean, see, look, I had given an interview a couple of weeks ago and they asked me what's going to happen now. with
You
Trudeau.
gave an interview?
Yeah,
Where?
it doesn't matter.
Oh, just tell me.
No, it was
Doesn't matter. What does it matter?
I want to know where we can see George.
Yeah, it was on some Greek program.
Oh.
Why are you bothering George? Don't bother George.
So, and I was asked, okay, what's going to happen now with Trudeau? And I personally think that he's not going to stick around for the next election. I think he's going to step down as a leader But in order for him to do that, he needs to start accumulating some good moves, right?
Legacy.
Yeah. So we're talking about the Dacre program from coast to coast.
Like butter and toast.
He still has to come up with his environment policy that we're still waiting for. This could be one of those things where, listen, I implemented the universal basic income to take care of the poorest population in Canada.
So that 100 years in the future in the dystopia.
Well, if it's universal basic income, everyone has access to it.
Yes.
Yeah, whether you work or not, you have that money. I think based, again, on the article that had come out earlier this year, the minute you turn 18, you're getting...
It's like having a trust fund.
So what you're saying is, if you're in the situation of Phil, he's working,
again, based on
he's making his money, but he's also collecting this, and he can house his mistress in a condo and pay for her every month. She doesn't have to think about it. I like this. I like this.
What kind of...
Cut that. By the way, his wife's watching. Cut that.
I wonder, Anna, you watching? What's up? It's... look, the idea of UBI, or booby, as I like to call it, is interesting.
I'll tell you why it's interesting, because we already have...
into account inflation at all.
So
I think it's not meant for you to not work. I think it's meant as an extra bonus.
It is. I mean, it has the best intention. And if the
but
intentions were real, I'd be like, yes, let's do this. Like, guys, just so we're clear, the second this happens, I'm the first in line. If there's the government's giving out money, I'm fucking taking it. Yeah. Because I'm going to need it to pay $16 for milk.
Yeah.
I need that money.
That's the issue with inflation, though. Because if everything goes up by that much, so if they say you're getting $1,500 a month, and now a year later, miraculously, all the apartments are going up by about that same price because they go, yeah, I know you have it. The government's giving it to you, dickhead. Pay me. Then we're right back to where we used to be, except that everything costs more.
Yeah.
But then
that's the problem with communism.
But then again, there's also laws that work against the landlord that they can't increase rent astronomically. There's a certain percentage.
Yeah, rent won't
per
increase,
year.
but the property values will.
Exactly.
And then renters won't be
New
able to rent
renters.
because they'll have to sell the buildings.
Yeah,
They won't afford
So,
them.
for example,
and then the new Chinese people are going to change the rent.
Yeah, when your lease renews, right, every year, that's different. There's a max that they could give. But if you're a new person going in,
you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah. If you want to move,
Yeah.
As soon as you move, because as soon as a person moves out, then they can put the rent to whatever price they want.
There you go. The market dictates. And if the market is $1,500 higher, my friend.
Well, now there's a lot of pressure in Quebec to create a...
I feel like a lot of this would be solved if they just stopped the heavy... Like they wouldn't need these programs if they stopped the heavy taxation.
The heavy taxation that handicaps people, and also the leg-breaking decisions they make by closing down these restaurants, firing nurses, all that.
But
they're destroying the society, and then they're like, why isn't the society working?
But back to that rental thing, because now there's a lot of pressure in Quebec for the government to create a registry for lease, like a lease registry, where a new tenant can request to see what the previous tenant was paying.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you why. Let's say I buy a building. Yeah. I renovate it. I start renting. You come in. You go, I want to know before you bought it, like what the last guy was renting. I don't give a fuck. The last guy could have been paying $5. This is the going rate that I'm fucking, because I got to pay my shit that I'm renting it out now. You don't like it? I don't give a shit about your argument. This is what, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have to, because then everything is going to crumble.
Well, guys, don't forget that, and this is where the arguments come in, like in favor or against this lease registry, because I think that the minute that there's something official like this, like a registry, then automatically it's linked to the Régie du Logement.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. They were paying $5, now it's $1,000
because I gotta pay the new mortgage.
Yeah, okay, sir, no problem. Let me go get the Régie du Logement.
But even if you get the Régie de Logement, you could. That's what I'm trying to tell you is just think about what you're saying. So right now, I just bought a building. Prices have changed, right? Buildings cost twice as much as they used to. So you were paying $500, but in order for me to pay the mortgage on this building, I'm not going to pay for you to live there. I got to charge you $1,000. Yeah. You can't then come back and be like, well, the old guy. Yeah, I know, but I bought it from the old guy in order for me to pay. What do you think? My life's work is to make sure you live free. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and ultimately,
this is what it costs.
And ultimately, that leads to the arguments that the landlord will just stop taking care of the properties.
Yeah.
Like Park X in the 90s.
Or find a way to kick you out to get people that are willing to pay whatever. That's the agreement we have in society, right?
On a une entente en société, esti.
And it's back to just to finish up on that article.
Because people always say, because there are a lot of shit landlords in Montreal. They don't take care of the buildings.
Yeah.
There's a lot. But there's also landlords who are good landlords. They have, but it's a business, right?
Exactly.
This is their business. You can't then be like, no, fuck you. You pay my rent.
You ever seen that,
Go fuck yourself,
that
bro. What are you,
viral
stupid?
video where the kid's trying to argue that because he pays rent to a landlord, he should be an owner in the building? Have you seen that?
That's
That
completely
dumb
Just,
shit.
just so you guys understand how the same concept is, I buy shit at Canadian Tire. I put my money in there. I'm a fucking part owner.
Yeah.
That's not how that
that's
works.
completely insane.
No, they're the ones who took the risk and fucking put their money into it so that they could start a business. You buying your
But the
croissant there,
fact
you
that
paying rent
anyone
there,
believes
does
that
not.
is crazy.
But that's the
How
problem.
can you say that with a straight face?
Idiocracy.
Yeah. I feel like we've lived.
I'm
too
not even a
long.
landlord, and I hate most landlords. But you gotta speak the
So you
truth.
have a landlord, a lord of your land.
Yeah, everybody has a landlord.
I don't.
But there are landlords.
Or no,
yeah,
I do. My
yeah,
dad,
you do.
technically.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, Bill's gonna break your kneecaps.
I did it.
You did, you especially, because you decided to live that fucking condo life. So you got other people deciding for you.
They were my landlords. I owned that condo.
Yeah, but that too.
Do you when they tell you what to do and what lights you could put up, and it's
Not
just like the
within the walls
government.
of my condo.
That's what I don't like about condos, because
agree with you,
you
but I
paid your
didn't have
money.
a landlord.
You and your wife.
I was bitched to a collective.
You and your
It
wife
depends
didn't.
what you do, man. 'cause
Yeah,
if
you and
you're
your wife
buying
put
it-
your money in. You're like, this is ours now.
Look, if you're
and then
buying
somebody
it-
comes in, your Christmas decorations are not normal. No, it's like, get the fuck out of
Do
here.
not
Well,
comply.
Yeah.
it's even when you buy a house, same bullshit because you still have to pay property tax.
That's different.
Yeah,
do
even
what
if you
want
own
to.
it.
Yeah,
We're all
if
the
you own
city's
it.
bitch.
You do whatever you want. But just to finish,
George just fucking, he's burying bodies in the backyard.
Dude,
Doesn't give
George
a
hasn't
fuck.
paid property tax
He
in
just keeps
15
laying
years.
down Tave Uni.
just to finish up on that article, because the point of this article is how a potential UBI will affect businesses, and you have already the Union of Farmers that has come out and said, "Listen, you are literally going to destroy us. We have nobody to pick up our crops. We had horrible seasons." They have nobody to go work in the farms anymore. So they go, you put UBI, you're destroying the farming industry entirely. And
Can't
then
we automate that shit if no one wants to do it?
technically, yeah, but it's interesting. But I've spoken to someone who's involved in automation of the farming industry, and it's complex and it's super expensive.
Of course.
No, because I mean, before they were like, "Oh, no automation because it's taking our jobs." But if now the government's paying you and you don't want those jobs, shouldn't we automate it?
it's inevitable, but it's
inevitable. But dude, what are these people going to do? Could you imagine? Here's the thing that people are just thinking, oh, I'm working, I could use the extra money. They're not thinking about inflation. They're also not thinking about, dude, a society of do-nothings. How is that? We're going to go into cyberpunk or a society of do-nothings. You have no goal.
But the other thing, and this is just to finish up.
You have no.
because
Hold
What
on,
if
how
the
is this going
opposite happens?
But how is this going to work for everyone? Let's say you, for example. Well, I'm not going to use you as an example.
Use me as an
Let's say
example,
let's say
it's
Poseidon, who's a failure in many ways, but also an accomplishment in others. Let's say Poseidon has no
accomplished
goal.
failure.
There were a couple
You
super
get
chats,
out of
by the
school,
way.
right? You have no goal in life. You know what the fuck you're going to do. You don't even need a job anymore. You could just aimlessly wander the streets of Park X.
He
You
does
have
that
no
now.
incentive.
Yeah, no.
You
No.
just described half of Park X who are on welfare. What's the difference?
Okay, when you say welfare, you're talking about people that take advantage of welfare?
Yes.
Okay, there is no... Again, he was right that people that take advantage, they should be fucking clipped.
Yeah.
You got to work. And this would be the same thing. Now you're just letting everyone take advantage. But you need these social programs for people who are not taking advantage.
Exactly.
Whoever gets knocked down so they can get back up again. But now, if you're just going to destroy a young society who has no incentive,
Or-
like, I'm just going to stay home, jerk off, and play video games. The fuck do I care? Like, I got my shit covered.
Or
Because a lot of people will do that. You need a bit of that incentive to move
There's,
forward.
I don't know how valid this is, but someone in the chat says that Quebec has pushed back to the 15th of November.
other super chats.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
was-
Oh, did people have more power than you
What was
think?
pushed back to the 15th of
The
November?
deadline.
Firing all the nurses.
The deadline.
Oh, shit.
I don't think
So,
that people do have more power. I think
I
they're
don't know.
playing
If
a
that
game
happened,
right now.
if that happened, the opposition really did their work there.
By the way, if that happened, they got now the unions all got to get together and be like, "Fuck the government," because now you're starting to see cracks in it. What they did is they dug their heels. They scared people. We're in charge. Do what I say, and most people complied. If you don't comply with these nonsense, especially if you're a union of the doctors and the nurses, you're like, "Fuck you." What are you gonna do if we just walk off? What's gonna happen if we walk off? Shut the fuck up. We're in charge.
Look,
People gotta remember, like Southwest Airlines or whatever the fuck happened. In you saw what happened? That was
No.
the best. No.
By the way, we have two super chats. Jorge
Jorge.
Jorge Rosales.
What is it say?
Le BS needs massive triage to get those lazy youths
Yep.
off it.
He's
Way
right.
too many able people that could work getting money from my taxes.
He's right, dude. I met people in comedy. I met people in comedy that
Spiro
were.
also gave $9, I think.
99 cents.
99 cents.
Oh,
yeah.
99 cents. I
He said
thought-
that
Spiro
that's
gave
what they're
99
all-
cents?
Yeah.
Spiro gave 99 cents. Spiro, who just bought another company, dropped 99 cents.
Yeah.
He also said subsequently, that's all I can afford.
No, Spiro's out there buying companies, bro. Spiro's a tight there now. What's going on? Anyways, tell me, what are you saying?
Nothing. He just dropped 99 cents.
Oh,
He didn't just drop.
he didn't even want to drop
he
a dollar.
No, guys, listen, Spiro, we were talking about the government. He drops 99 cents and says, that's what these people are worth.
That's
That's the Greek. I'm missing
I'll
out.
allow it. I'll allow
missing
it.
out.
That's gangster now.
Anyways,
that is
just to finish up on that UBI thing, and so we can move on, because there's.
I didn't know you could give 99 cents.
You can do whatever you want.
So the question now is, how is it going to affect small business? Because a lot of small businesses now,
40 of those cents went to YouTube.
from all the stats that they've accumulated, in order to hire, they have had to raise the wages by 65% over what they normally
Pay.
pay. Can the small businesses afford it? Can the small businesses actually survive? That's the big question mark. And let's be honest here. I mean, most of the population in Canada works for small businesses, right?
I'm a small, sexy business, yeah.
Unless if you do the UBI, unless it could be a program where if you literally just do nothing, collect loot, you can't have it. But if you're somebody who's like,
It's not gonna happen. Then it can't be universal basic. It's too contradictory. This idea of UBI is a very oversimplified view of society. This is like young kids taking over the government. They're just like, all right, you have no money, we'll just give you money. Everybody has it. They're not thinking
Money.
the reason why society works the way it does. There's value. Like it's a whole complex structure. It's not that simple, right? The reason why you can, you kind of calculate. Okay, I work this many hours. I could do my groceries. That's why when people say the dangers of inflation, it's a real thing. So you'll notice people were getting paid, let's say, less years ago. But also, they were getting paid less dollar
House
amount than they are now.
$10,000.
Everything costs less back in the day. Think of grocery stores. There was a time, okay, we didn't live the $20 grocery things, but there was a time where we lived the 50 to 100 of actual groceries.
cart full.
Yeah, cart full. We lived that when we were young. Like we were at the end of
I
that.
go buy milk, egg, toast, and a few stupid things, $60.
That's what I'm saying. Now we're living you actually have another person living with you. There's $300-$400.
Yo, I have 2 kids, trust me.
But the way
Fucking crazy.
everything's
They eat like little
inflated
monsters.
compared to the way your wages went up is not equivalent.
Now $100
It's
you get a bag
this
and
is,
a
Yeah.
half.
this is cost of living, this is wages. They were here, now this is happening.
So if they just throw the UBI into the mix, that shit's gonna go up. But your wages are still the UBI isn't gonna alter that
honeymoon
difference.
period where this is gonna happen, and for a year, but you see, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Look, guys, let's be honest. Universal basic income, like, I have an issue with it, but it depends. There are industries that are going to get completely swallowed by technology, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have all these things disappearing, and the people that have been working in these industries for decades will have absolutely no idea what to do, where to go, and how to even work. Like, when you're 45, 50 years old and your industry literally dies because of the advancement of technology.
This happened to my dad twice.
Yeah, like,
guy.
what the hell do you
But yeah,
do,
Shoe
right?
Bill's got fucked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the hell
every
do you
industry
do?
touches just ends.
So,
He's been replaced.
So there,
By the
I would
machines.
see how
The movie Terminator scares the shit out of his dad. He hates robots.
So I would see how that
No,
would
he
make
hates Austrians.
sense.
yeah.
So I would see how that makes sense. So, but to apply it on, like, from A to Z on a general thing, like, I don't know about that. Man.
But the whole robots replacing it's already happened. There's gas stations in the States where you can't walk in. It's
Where you
literally
can just pump your own gas. I know it's crazy.
But no. But hold on. It's literally just what do you call those machines there?
A wicket.
No. You put
ATM?
money, no. You put money in and it gives you like a
vending
snack.
machine.
A vending machine. It's like a vending machine stuck to the wall. You go, you pay, and there's one person in the store that puts all the food, whatever you ordered, on the tray.
Or maybe
and
it's like
slides it-
robots inside.
Or
Oh, that's just to
maybe-
be safe in like gang related
Yeah,
areas.
that's
No.
the drawer,
This is,
right? Like
no,
you go
this
the
is,
night.
you can't even
People get smokes, they drop it in the drawer.
you can't even walk in anymore. You can't pay cash. Nothing. It's whatever.
Well,
you
there's
order.
the Amazon grocery stores too, right? Where
Yeah,
you walk
that's-
in,
they're
they
testing
scan
those, yeah.
you.
You just walk in, you walk out, and your wallet pays for it.
Yeah.
I've been doing that already. My wallet doesn't pay for it.
I laughed the other day. I saw a meme for the Geico lizard. He's like, I switched to self checkout, and the Geico lizard's like this. He goes, and I saved a ton of money by fucking shoplifting.
Yeah.
And I fucking died.
Oh, they're closing all kinds. what is it? CVS, I think, or someone. Check this out in San Francisco. They're closing all kinds of stores. Or Rite Aid. One of them is Kruger's. I forgot which one.
Well, I'm not gonna Google all those things.
Well, if you check in San Francisco, shoplifting, because they changed the laws, right? And they said anything up until $800 is not considered like they won't do anything to
Like
you.
there's no criminal charge.
So everyone just
Where's this?
in San Francisco.
Oh, you want to go to San Francisco?
Well, yeah, it's been happening for a year, so they can't take it anymore. They go, dude, people are walking in, looking, bro. They're looking at the employees and they're just throwing shit in their bag up until like $600-700, and they walk out.
Bro, you can get
That's
a TV.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. How
crazy is that?
Well,
I mean, how crazy is that? Super left, bro. Like, no, don't worry about it. So you can't allow people to commit crimes up until a certain level. It's anarchy.
Walgreens closing 5 more San Francisco stores due to organized shoplifting.
It's the best.
The fucking Italians went out west, huh? Interesting.
Bro, this is insane.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm funny today, huh?
Yeah. But imbeciles.
You know, I'm validating.
Yeah,
Funny, I'm funny today.
imbeciles argued like, but why would it be criminal if somebody just needs bread? They gotta steal all these stupid things. No, bro, you have to have laws.
Gotta eat to steal. No, what is it? Gotta steal to eat. Gotta eat to steal. No, that's wrong. It's the Aladdin song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gotta
Aladdin.
live to eat.
Aladdin has no nipples, eh?
They're under the vest.
No,
They're right under
it
the
shows
vest.
it. No, he has no nipples.
Oh, that you validate, you fucking high.
Because he just came to a realization. He's like, fuck, he's right, bro.
Well, I thought all Arab people don't have nipples. Isn't that how that works?
Really? Is that what you thought?
I just assumed.
No, they got
I haven't seen a lot of naked Arab men. Just Aladdin.
Another thing, did you guys know that because of all these job shortages, all the the ships in port
This can be great.
in on the coast on the west coast?
Of Africa?
No, of the United States.
Like Cape Horn?
They're all just waiting because they don't have the workforce to unload. They don't have truck drivers.
No,
I swear to God, bro, if you go search this up, and now apparently truck drivers, whatever's left of them, are making a killing.
Did they release a self-driving
I love
truck?
truck drivers.
They did, huh?
Huh?
A self-driving truck, I saw.
I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah, but
That seems like a recipe for disaster.
yeah.
Like next thing you know, Optimus Prime is fucking jumping off a building.
No,
trying to kill
yeah,
you.
it's just mistakes can happen. GPS, something goes down, magnets, who the fuck knows? I don't take chances.
Magnets.
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't even fucking considered magnets.
Magnets, bro.
By the-
Magnetized.
By the way, I think my father may have been right about the magnetic engine.
What?
What do you mean?
He said he can make an engine in a car that runs basically.
He was already wrong. Your father cannot make an engine in a car. Your father cannot make a car.
No.
Your father cannot even make his alimony payments. Your father can't do any of that stuff.
No. I know he can't, but because he kept saying, "I have this idea where you build a car."
We've already learned that your father steals all his ideas
He's read
from
it.
movies and
I know,
science.
I
He
know.
stuff.
read it in
I
Popular
know.
Mechanics for Kids.
Exactly.
We have
I know.
mag
Yeah.
engines.
No, but he's
Yeah.
probably thinking of that train in
The
Japan.
trains,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
negative
yeah.
and positive
With
pulls
a
forward.
magnetic
Yeah, that's all he does. Is he
In
just
theory-
copies other people's ideas and he goes, I came up with something.
No, 100%. I agree with that.
There's going to be a TV show. We're going to have cameras following cops around. We're going to call it Cops.
We're gonna call
No,
it police.
They're going to catch all you bad boys. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when they come for you? Bad boy.
No, I agree that he steals, but I saw a video the other day. Somebody built a tiny engine with magnets, and
I mean, it's really not a complex.
It's not a
concept.
complex
If you
thing,
understand
yeah.
magnets at all, it
So
makes
how
perfect
come they
sense.
haven't done that?
How do you
There's
power
a-
those magnets?
Yeah, there's a whole. You're like the same person who was arguing last time. Why don't they put uranium in cars so that battery?
That
can,
seems like
No,
a
but
lot.
There's too much around it. No, but there's a lot of money. There's too much around it. You get it? Just like why Elon Musk's cars, like the electric cars, all that, weren't economically viable for the longest time until they figured this battery situation out.
Yeah. Which apparently a lot of them, like in the year 2021, apparently the build quality has gone down insane.
I believe it.
Like a
What else you got,
lot
George?
of complaints.
Yeah. Very quickly, just so we can finish up with the federal stuff. News came out: the U.S., Canada, and Mexico finally agreed on a date to have their borders open. So early November. We don't know exactly what the date is going to be, but in early November, the border will open up in the U.S.
Fucking Chick-fil-A. Straight.
No, but I mean,
The border's open now.
You
not
can't cross the land border.
not the land border.
Oh yeah, the
Air
land.
borders,
Yeah, you can't drive
Not the-
across.
You
still,
can't
yeah.
drive
Even if
across.
you're double dosed.
No, you can't drive. You have to
You
fly.
can't- You can't drive. You can't drive
Yeah,
across.
Hold
there's
on.
the rules of the imbecile.
Don't tell me the fucking trucks.
Hold on, bro. But you're double dosed though.
It
So?
doesn't matter.
So, double dose the dicks. They don't care.
Look. You can come into Canada from the U.S. He's right.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, you
Canada-
come in to Canada. Yeah, Canada
Yeah.
doesn't. Dude, our border is a joke, but you can't go the opposite route.
Yeah, you can't go to the U.S. still, so that's going to be opening up in early November. Yeah. Which is a good. I think it comes at a good
Our
time.
border's the best. They're like, we got rules. Are you sure? I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
We sort of got rules, kind of. I mean,
But it's
for
gonna be
us,
good, man.
not
I
for
mean,
you
it comes
guys.
at the right time, right before the holidays, man. And I
The
honestly,
Christmas holidays.
yeah, I honestly will consider maybe fucking taking a weekend
I
somewhere.
mean,
down
for
south.
you, it's like 8 minutes to the border, whatever.
I'm just a
Like,
step
on a
away.
week.
Yeah.
George has been driving every Sunday. He just stands there, looks at America, the land of the free. He's like, fuck Brossard.
We're gonna go down to Boston.
You like Boston?
I just want to do some shows.
I got trapped at the border once.
Trapped?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Like,
He couldn't fit.
no.
I got stuck in a turnstile at the fucking duty free, bro.
Yeah.
No, we went to go pick something
Sir, this
up.
is for cars.
Sir, that is a urinal.
What?
Isn't it the border? That is a urinal, sir.
No, I went to go pick something up with some friends, and I forgot my passport, so I had to wait at the border until he goes pick something up.
Oh, so you
and
didn't
come
get stuck. They just didn't let
They,
you go
they
through, and then
abandoned
you had
at
to wait.
the border.
back. Yeah.
Have I
You're
told?
stranded at the border.
I felt it was very uncomfortable. It was dark and pitch black, bro. I'm just waiting out
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Have I told you the story? With,
there. He doesn't give a fuck.
no,
bro.
because you
Fucking
think,
guy.
because you think that's stressful. Have I told you the story where my brother actually got pulled over in the U.S.
No.
because they went right through the border?
What do you mean?
So he had to go pick up something in the U.S. as well. So he went with two of his buddies.
Like body parts or?
Like no, he wanted car parts or whatever.
Oh, I'll tell you a car part story. in a
So I have a cousin that lives out in Bedford, and so they passed by there to see him. And then my cousin told him, "Look, there's instead of going through the main one, there's another one. It's closer, But be careful because I don't know where it is." So they're driving now, and they're gunning it. Don't they just pass right through it? Like, I mean, there's no barriers, nothing.
Oh,
No. There's signs where you need to kind of pull over. I don't know exactly. I've never been through there. Next thing,
I know where you're talking about. I can see you doing that by accident.
So next thing you know, there's like 5-6 police cars.
It's
just
amazing.
gunning it behind them.
Yeah,
They took him all in.
Bro, the Americans don't fuck around with that shit.
Are you
bro.
crazy?
Well, someone
fuck.
just
No,
sped
even
into
the
your
Canadian
country.
dude.
And they all kind of look like George.
My first car, the Ford Focus.
Focus. Yeah. That was your first car?
Yeah, so we had gotten the best because I needed new rims, whatever the fuck it is, the rims,
Car tire.
the metal
things.
thing,
The
yeah.
metal piece, yeah.
So Viron had ordered some from like a mechanic from like a auto part thing online, but it was super crazy expensive to send it to Montreal.
So you send it to the States.
So we sent it to the States. We have one of my buddy. He's a mechanic. He has his mechanic friend who has a garage. What Champlain? Some like New York State, past the border, but very
Champlain
close
Valley.
to us. Champlain, is that it?
Champlain Valley.
Very close to us. He
Montpelier.
gave us the address. So it was a Friday night. What do we do? Oh yeah, let's go get your tires. So and Saucy was still in Montreal at the time. And I don't want to go. Saucy, the laziest man on the planet. He makes this kid look active. So we force him. We're like, get in the fucking car, stupid. It's going to be a road trip. So we all have our passports. We cross the border. We pick up the mags or whatever. We put them in the rims. We put them in my trunk. Now, first of all, the car, when you go through, is weighed.
Oh, is
Your
it
cars
really?
your cars are
Shit,
are
I didn't
weighed.
know that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
I found
There's
this
a
out
plate
later.
there. Yeah, a pressure plate.
Yeah, just in case you're bringing shit in, they want to know. So, anyways, we decide to stop. I think we went to Applebee's. We ate. Then
So you
there's
always take a fat guy with you to throw them off.
yeah. Then we found a Walmart that's like open late. So it's the middle of the
They're all
night,
open
bro,
late.
and we're in a Walmart. We're just having fun. We're buying shit. And then we find these American BB guns that are fucking black metal. They're like
my
they look like
God.
real guns.
No.
So we start fucking around with those. We get all. Well, anyways, so now we're going to we're driving the border, and then we go, yeah, maybe we should take these guns out of the bag. We're not gonna keep these guns in the bag. This is stupid. So we put them in the glove compartment. Okay. So now we pass the border. The guy's asking us questions, the Canadian guy, and then he's staring at us. He's like, you know what? Pull over. I go, why, bro? We've been gone for like 4 hours. What's the big deal? He's like, pull fucking over. I'm guessing maybe because of the weight, because
Yeah.
dude, the things are heavy. So it's like, fuck. And then Viron's like, wow, they're gonna make you pay for the for the
rims.
for the rims,
Taxes,
and they
yeah.
did. Anyways,
Of course.
so they stop us, bro. They make us get out and stand up there, and they didn't search us.
Search the vehicle.
They go, we're gonna go search the vehicles. Now I'm watching, and we're thinking. He's like, he was going through my Walmart stuff, looking at the bill, whatever, this and that. They go around, they're looking at, and they go to open the glove compartment. As he puts his hand, I go, oh no, this is not gonna look good. So he opens it, and two guns fall out. Right?
Oh my God.
So yeah, and then I'm like this. He sees it. He looks up, and I'm like, I can explain. I go, this looks way worse than it really is. And Viron's like, oh, Jesus Christ. I go, look, those are not real guns. He's like, what are they? Like, he start panicking or whatever. I go, those are BB guns. Oh, Walmart, look at the receipt. Look at the receipt. Like, I'm trying to explain what like, it was this whole fucking ordeal. And then finally, because there's no law against it, like, apparently we could have those guns in the car.
Of course.
But he made me pay. Viron had to go to his
Duties.
emails, show the real proof of how much he had paid online for the mags and all that
you
shit.
gotta pay the import fees because it's made in the States.
And then I had to pay, So it kind of reduced my benefit of crossing the border to get them.
Yeah.
But it was still cheaper than the mail to
saved
send.
like $100.
Yeah, I saved maybe in the end like $150
Yeah.
something. Even
I
though I paid
find
the
when I
tax.
crossed the border, especially when I used to go to Florida, which I did completely on the up and up, there was a lot of questions. And even if I wasn't doing anything wrong, I instinctively I acted as though I had committed a crime every time. Like you're just
You always
nervous.
feel like a criminal.
They were so intense with me, and I was like,
But that's what they're trained for, eh? They're
I
trained
know.
to make you really feel uncomfortable and get something out of you. I don't know. whatever.
You know what I do?
On one
I'm not sure
occasion,
exactly what-
on one
When I
occasion-
fly here, bro, I make it now, and I know how to not. I just joke and fuck around, like I don't care. Like they'll say something like, "Yeah, where are you going?" It's like, my in-laws, and like, "Yeah, really? Where do they live?" I go there. Thank God, bro.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then the guy's like, "Yeah."
When I was crossing once to go see a client, I hadn't signed them. So, like, technically, I didn't need a work visa.
Yeah.
But, like, if I had signed them, I would have required one even from the first. Like, it's a weird rule, but, like, I didn't know. So, I wasn't going to spend the time and money, right? He's like, where are you going? I'm like, Chattanooga. He's like, why the fuck are you going to Chattanooga? I'm like, never been. And this guy, I don't know why. It's like early in the morning. It's like 7 a.m. at Montreal's airport. It's dim. You know that area where you cross the customs?
Yeah.
Where they have the little Statue of Liberty? The sun's not coming in, but he's wearing these big metal Ray-Bans, like shiny mirror, like chips, like cop style. And he's asking me all these questions. He goes, I understand. I'm like, look, man. And I was really tired. It was really early. I'm like, look, man, I have a kid. And like, this is all bullshit, right? My wife was pregnant.
You do have a kid.
I know, but I'm like, the wife is fucking pregnant again. I'm just fucking off. It's the last chance I'm going to get. He's like, bro, I feel you. I was like, wow, that worked well. He's like, so Tennessee? I'm like, yeah, I heard good things. He's like, what'd you hear, bro? I was like, oh, no, he wants to chat now. Like, that was all
No, they do not want to chat,
This
bro.
guy
They need
starts
you away.
asking me fucking questions. And I'm like, is he being friendly or is he testing me? Like, is he trying to see if I'll slip up? And I get roped into this, like, 3-minute conversation about Chattanooga and whiskey, which I know nothing about at all. I don't drink whiskey. And I cross, and I'm like, that was weird, right? A month later, I'm going to Florida now, and he sees me, he's like, hey.
Same guy.
I'm like, no. He was like, Chattanooga. I'm like, oh, no. He's like, where are you off to this time? Did the wife give birth? Is the baby healthy? I'm like, no, man.
How the fuck does this guy remember that? What
He
do you?
remembered me, and I don't know how. I mean, they were pretty close together, the trips. Just the fact that he
Poseidon's
remembered
getting
me.
angry. He doesn't believe your
He
story
should've
at
stopped
all
me.
for
Why?
a second.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
every time I've crossed the border, like
You look so nefarious.
No, I've had one guy that was friendly. That happened when I was driving down to New York, and I accidentally said Brooklyn. I said it like Brooklyn, and he, got like, he goes, say that. But he joked out. He goes, nah, I'm just messing with you. Go through.
Say it again. Say it
Call
again.
me daddy.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Brooklyn.
No, I even have the Nexus pass,
Yeah.
and you still get dicked around.
Do you remember when?
Do you really?
Yeah.
I think we're going to.
I just get to cut the lines, but I still get
Yeah.
a customs.
should've
dude,
gone the Nexus
They
pass
don't
back then.
give the border
Yeah.
people, customs, they don't give a
the
fuck.
dicks,
They
bro.
have no time.
90%
This
of
guy
the
was
time,
super nice, man.
I've tried to cross the border. They've been like super straight. Like I get fucking nervous.
That's why while they're straight, I'm saying I'm cracking jokes. I'm not taking it seriously.
Yeah.
So that they know that okay, this guy's he has nothing to hide. He's not
I was
fearing
told at the border, you answer exactly
What they say,
what they
yeah.
ask you.
Yeah.
You don't try to embellish. You
At
just
the airport, I'm pretty much okay 9 times out of 10.
The car when you pass
car
land
one
border.
trips me up because we're too close to each other.
The car one is the one that doesn't bother me. It's the easiest one.
But I mean,
The car
it's
one.
always similar.
The airport one is the only one that I've been stopped once, and they took me in another room and they were asking me
Me too.
questions.
Once
They were
I
checking
was
stuff.
stopped. I mean,
actually the airport one. I've never had issues.
airport
And it's
one,
never
don't
fly
and it's
that
never
often.
bothered me.
Yeah, the
Don't
airport
fly
one. The
that
car
often.
one doesn't bother me because there's nothing I could do. I'm sitting there. It's like, where are you going? I'm going here. No,
it's
you know what
coming
to do.
back that's tricky because I was like, it's Canada's side that worries me because I know they want my duties. So they're like, what'd you buy? I'm like, not a lot. They're like, how much did you buy? I'm like,
Oh, but
here's
there's
some
tricks for
receipts.
that.
Yeah, there's so many
Yeah,
tricks
I
for
know,
that.
but like that's the time where you're like,
Yeah, you can. I've never had to pay duties.
Oh, one time
I've paid a few times where we bought a lot of stuff. Like we went for something specific, so we declared it. We're like, yeah, we bought this.
I don't understand that shit.
Because if they catch you, then
How they
you
gonna
pay a
catch you?
penalty. If they pull you over and check,
Yeah, but what did you buy?
like electronics and stuff.
Just take me out of the box.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
serious.
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
That's
I also would never admit to tax fraud on
my-
fucking camera.
it's not tax fraud. That's my iPod.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is your iPad actually, or your iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't bring it over, bro.
No, but it wasn't.
Do you
The things
remember the
I have
time-
declared, you know what they were?
Yeah.
Baby food, because they have certain brands in the States and there's not much duties on it. So Anna used to go buy for my oldest, who's like picky.
Like
And
a
we'd
lot?
We go to Walmart and like stock up. It was formula.
That's
So,
different if
there's
it's
so much
form-
of it,
yeah,
they can't be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, we travel with
Yeah,
90
yeah,
liters of
yeah,
formula.
that's different, yeah.
Just in case.
That you can't hide.
Do you remember the time?
I always tell them the same thing. I'm going to Target and Chick-fil-A.
I think
That's
we're
the
going.
truth.
I think we're going to LA, and the guy asked if you had any fruits or vegetables.
That was me.
That was you, bro.
Oh, but that wasn't on purpose.
That wasn't on
That
purpose.
was attitude in the
bro.
morning because I have a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
attitude,
yeah, yeah.
and that was me not thinking, and that almost blocked me from going with. Yeah,
100%,
and I
yeah.
think that's when we were going to Rogan.
Yes, yes.
Oh
yes.
my god, bro! The guy out of no, I've never been asked this before. He says, "You have any fruits and vegetables on you?" And me, why, bro? You fucking hungry? Like it just out of, and as soon as it came out of my mouth, I had to look around. I go, "Oh, guys," like I don't know why. I was just sitting there. He's like, no, and then out of nowhere,
Because you don't fuck around with these guys. The
Yeah,
US,
yeah,
like the
yeah,
Canadian guys, maybe you
NSA.
could.
bro,
No,
but
TSA.
Canadian guys are your
TSA,
guys.
bro, it
It's
was
fine.
literally it came because I was like, what? In my head, all I registered was this guy just asked the dumbest fucking question. So I'm looking at him like, fuck, where am I gonna hide them, bro? I have a backpack. I'm like, you have any fruits and vegetables? Like, why, bro? You fucking hungry? Like that's how it came out. And then as soon as hungry left my mouth, my face changed. I was like, he's like, what? And I was like, oh, I look around, I go, nothing, bro. I don't know why it came out like that. I go, no, I'm just used to. It's just how I apply. It's not doing. I don't have any
just
fruits
a
and
piece of
vegetables.
shit.
Like,
Sorry.
I think I heard it too.
Please, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
dude, it was.
Please, sorry,
Bro,
sorry.
It was loud. You know how loud he is?
You know how loud I am, dude. The room, you know, it's a whole open thing, and they have all these booths. It was early in the morning. I guess 2 or 3 booths were open, bro. Tension filled everyone. You know, everyone. You hear a little talking. Everything stopped. Everything stopped. It was so loud. It was like him. You could barely
you
hear.
fucking hungry?
Yeah, and then all you hear is me like, "Why, bro? Are you fucking hungry?" And then it just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and then me trying to backtrack. It was, and I didn't know. I was like, I can't explain. And then we're crossing. He's like, what the fuck? I go, I didn't want to say. I don't know why that came out. I don't know why that came out.
The strangest conversation I've ever had was at the land border. I was just me and Anna, I think. I don't know if the kids were with us. Maybe it was before the kids. And they're like, they asked me all the questions. I go, yeah, I got like a banana and like we have some snacks. He's like, okay, no problem.
He asked me that once.
Do you have any tobacco products? I go, or alcohol? I go, no alcohol, but we have tobacco. He's like, how many packs of cigarettes? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, because I don't smoke cigarettes. I roll tobacco, right? So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's like, what do you mean? Like really aggressively. What do you mean you don't know? I'm like, I don't have any packs of cigarettes with me. He goes, you just said you have tobacco. I go, I have loose tobacco. He just looks at me dead in the eye, goes, pull over. I'm like, no, you misunderstand. I have rolling tobacco. What the fuck is that? That's exactly what he said to me. He goes, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, if you don't know.
I'm like, it's like, I go, I'll show you. So I reach and he's like, what are you reaching for? I'm like, my tobacco. So I pull out a wallet. He's like, really confused. So I show him and he's like, this is, the guy's like, he looks at me and goes, that's really weird, man. Have a good day. Like he was so perplexed by it. He's like, that's really weird, man. I'm like, you're a border
It's
guy.
not.
You've
It's
never
not
seen this?"
often. It's not often that people have tobacco.
I don't know. But you figure he's a border guy. He must see like so many
I don't think
people.
any. I think you're the only guy who announces, "I got drugs." Just don't mention it. Like if
He
you
asked if I
cross the
had tobacco.
border,
I said, yeah, I have some tobacco. I smoke. That's what I said.
but you know, you could have made it. I smoked them, but I don't have like a.
It was
you
just,
know,
it was a weird line of questioning. And I think he was. in
don't
a mood-
incriminate yourself.
I don't know. It was just really weird.
You have the right to not incriminate yourself.
You know-
I
only
have no
time-
rights in America. I'm not an American citizen.
You have rights. They signed
I
the
have some
Geneva
rights, yeah.
Convention. You got
Yeah.
rights. Don't worry.
Like they can't waterboard me. Well, they could. Technically,
should.
they could.
The only time I got
said they
nervous
should?
at an airport was when I.
It was you. How'd you throw your voice over there?
I didn't.
It was interesting. Like a puppet master.
The only time I got very nervous at an airport was when I was coming back from Greece in 2014, bro. I
Your
had-
ass full of fucking
No,
cocaine, huh?
no,
Yeah.
because I made a mistake on the paper that they give you in the plane.
He's carrying all the Bugattis.
And because I had
His
cookies,
bugas.
no, I had like oregano. My grandmother had given me, from Greece.
This always ends well at the airport.
Cookies and stuff. But the thing is, I had also bought a baseball bat, a Spartan helmet, and a Cretan knife, bro.
These things all make sense.
And I didn't keep the receipts, and I was like, fuck that. I'm
You
not
just
gonna
walk around with knives and fucking
in my
yeah.
suitcase,
Why'd
right?
you buy a baseball bat in Greece? That seems like a weird
Because
purchase.
I was an Olympiacos fan at the time, and it's a Olympiacos bat that says Thrillara.
Yeah.
But they don't play baseball, Olympiacos.
But through a lot of electroshock
it
therapy,
was
he
a-
is now straight and likes another team.
It's a hooligan bat.
he changed teams
Yeah.
It's a hooligan bat, by the
for
way.
breaking shit. Go on.
Yeah. So I was coming back with that, bro, and I made the mistake of putting like I have stuff to declare, right? And my guy must have been 7 foot, bald, skinhead, scary looking ass motherfucker, and
Probably like Doug.
everyone let me through, and he was the last checkpoint. You know when you're coming through a thing, and he goes, he looks at this, he goes, it's weird because all the other border officers, I go, look, I made a mistake, and they scratched it out with like a pink marker.
Yeah.
They did an X. This guy looks at it, goes,
Because they're like, what fucking smuggler would be dumb enough to do this wrong, right? They're like,
Yeah.
it's fine. He's an idiot.
yeah, no, this is sketch. Go through the bro. I'm freaking out, bro. I'm like, no, bro. They're gonna think like I'm bringing weapons and shit. They're probably gonna like over exaggerate it, you know, even
Did
though it's
they?
just a knife. No, what happened was
tweet
I'm
about
waiting.
this.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm seeing people, bro. They're throwing out clothes.
Yeah, they throw
through
out
the-
clothes. I got it, but I was too young to fight it properly. When I came back from Greece, 2003, 2004, like no, 2001, 2003, one of those times when this guy was a baby. And I didn't. This is the other thing that pissed me off about Greece is people put shit in your luggage and they don't tell you.
What?
Your family. You mean.
Yeah. So
I didn't understand.
I answered honestly. Should you have any food in here? And then I go, no. Why the fuck would I have food in there, bro? There was everything you want. Sai to
my
Vunu,
God.
fucking
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
and then
yeah,
I was
bro.
just like, how do you not know what's in your suit? And I go, I don't know who the fuck put this in there. I go, but I'm assuming it was my aunt.
Because they asked you, did you pack your own suitcase, right? They always ask you. You're like, yeah, of course. Who else would pack
Yeah,
their
my
suitcase?
my answer used to always be, who else is gonna pack my suitcase? A guy named Mohammed. Like, what are you worried about?
Guys, let me tell you
Hold
something.
on, hold on.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm inside, bro. My
How did this
heart's
become a Pantelis live?
It's not a
What are you
Pantelis.
talking about?
Yeah, go.
My heart's about to come out of my asshole, bro. I'm losing my shit. And finally, I land on the only immigrant doing the checks.
Oh, so
and
he gets
He
it.
was Moroccan. He goes, "What's this paper? Like, could you just explain to me?" I guess he didn't feel like checking my bag. I go, you know, I have cookies and stuff. My grandmother gave me like a bunch of stuff, like oregano. He goes, "Oh, that's it." I go, "Yeah, that's it." He goes, you know what? Nah, we don't need to check your stuff. Just go through.
Oh, he got
That's
lucky.
Bro,
cool, bro.
you
Habibi.
don't understand, bro. I walked out of there, bro, because right away,
Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, you get
I don't
lucky.
think I would have ever been able to fly for a while after.
No, they wouldn't
You're
have been a
already on all
problem.
the
No?
lists.
Yeah, they already let you through.
No, had they checked my bag,
Yeah, it's fine. You didn't have anything illegal. Those are all
They just would have
legally bought.
charged you. No,
They
some
would
of
have
it-
charged you, or maybe they would have taken if the knife was too long.
The cheeses
they would have taken the knife.
because you're not allowed to bring unpasteurized cheese into Canada.
I didn't have
technically.
cheese.
Oh, I'm just saying because I brought cheese.
No,
You're lactose intolerant.
I can have a nice, delicious mitzitra from the
No,
land
but
of
I'm
my
saying you're
ancestors.
lactose intolerant, and that's why you're smuggling cheese.
guys,
Goat cheese. I can have it.
the
There's no lactose.
scariest airport experience that you will ever have is in Israel.
I believe that
you say.
100%. Metadikotus.
We
especially if you look a little Arabic.
We were lucky because we were part of a delegation, so they briefed us. They're like, listen, when we leave, so on our way back to Canada, they're like, this is what you need to know. Make sure you pack your bag. Make sure, like, don't fucking talk to anybody. Make sure you always hold your bag with you. Don't leave it anywhere. And specifically,
These
because of
Jews is
that.
crazy.
No, because, and they ask you, I think maybe 5 times, are you sure you packed your bag? Yes. Did you leave your bag anywhere unsupervised?
Only with my buddy Ali.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He doesn't like you guys.
Ali is he. Ali is he.
So you go through all this, process, and then hear how you just give your bags and they go through whatever. In Israel, you walk with your luggage. It's like this fucking huge ass machine. You literally just
They scan all of you.
You just walk right through with your luggage, everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Have
crazy.
you guys ever had the explosive test thing that they do? Have you ever been pulled over for the random check?
Yeah, when they're looking for bomb
where they
juice.
spray, they put they rub your hand for residues.
Oh, that's never happened to me.
One time, and I laughed. I said,
I think they did that to my wife at the airport. I can't remember which airport. Probably in the U.S.
It's happened to me because I've flown so much recently, like before the pandemic. Like it happened to me 3 times. One time it gave a positive. I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, hold on, we're just gonna do it again. I'm like, whoa, because I freaked out. I'm like, what's happening?
I can't give.
Like
a
I got
positive.
really panicked, and they're like, it happens sometimes. Don't worry. They do it a second time. They're like, you're fine. I'm like, what would cause that? Like in my head, I'm like, oh my god, I've touched a bomb. Like I must have touched something. They're like, no, it can just happen. It's fine. It's a bad.
It can
it's a bad
just
strip.
happen.
It's a bad strip. That's why they just do it again.
That's fucked though.
She's like, and it didn't turn all the way. Like it's a color thing, right? They put it into the machine. It like said not.
I remember, but I remember one time
panicked,
because
bro.
I made
got
a
so
joke. I
scared.
go, "Is this for bomb juice or something?" And then they're like,
Bomb
"Yeah,"
juice?
and they said, "Yeah."
God damn.
Yeah, it's
I
for
was like-
explosive residue. Or gunpowder, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I said bomb juice, and she said, "Yeah."
I mean, that's the technical term.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking.
What
else you got?
Let's move on. Something, and again, I want to get your opinion on this because we're there's a municipal campaign underway, and everyone is just fucking spitting out promises.
Oh,
as
your
if-
friend Balarama Homeless. I've been seeing his posters.
fuck Balarama Holman.
Montreal will be more.
Oh, now he really hates his rival again.
No, I mean, it's
2
just
weeks
like-
ago, I don't hate him. He's
I
cool. I have
don't.
nothing against him. 2 weeks later, fuck him.
No, I don't. It's just that he's getting so much visibility for shit that he's been talking about 2 months ago. It's like, okay, who cares? Yeah, you want.
Did you see the carry plan?
That's what I was gonna. That's exactly what I'm gonna talk
so
about.
silly. Have you seen this?
No.
So
silly.
here's what he announced. He announced that he wants to cover up the DeCarry Expressway from Queen Mary all the way to
What do
Côte
we
St.
cover it up?
Catherine.
Like, you know the part that's
Cover.
open to the sky? Build over it.
Yeah, so cover it up and make it into
Hold on,
green
hold on.
space.
All of it is open to the sky.
So cover the open, like leave the DeCarry under, and on top of it, build a park.
So just make it into
A
a
green
giant.
space.
the entire
giant tunnel,
15.
yeah.
from Queen Mary until Côte St. Catherine.
Right before you get to
That's
the
a
Ville
few
Marie.
blocks.
He'll give you a gap. Before
It's
the
two,
Ville
it's
Marie.
two exits.
You know what?
Why would he do that?
Or no, it's one.
No, it's one exit,
Yeah.
and it's like 10 blocks.
Wait, what does that help?
He wants
So
to build a
he
green
wants
space.
to build green spaces and outdoor sports facilities. And
On top of the highway?
They
on
want to
top.
connect NDG and Côte des Neiges in like in a way
got
that's
a
not
better idea.
industrial.
That sounds cool, though.
It does sound cool,
It
except
sounds
I don't
cool.
trust anything that's over my head in Quebec.
And they're gonna and the service roads are gonna be reduced from 3 lanes to 2 lanes.
That's
stupid.
absurd.
That's fucking stupid.
There you have it.
I didn't know that. That's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, 2 lanes on
no,
either
no.
side, and it's a project that we don't know yet. They're speculating on it costing about $700 million. Obviously, he's expecting Quebec
Why would you reduce the lanes? Already it's jammed. It's
and
traffic.
Ottawa. Well, I don't know.
That's the equivalent of you telling your boss, cost of living went up. I would like a raise. He's like, I got it. I'm going to pay you less.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So again, look, he's saying that should he get elected, there's going to be feasibility reports. There's going to be a whole study being that will be conducted in order to get this project underway. I don't have an issue with the project. I think the Carry is one ugly fucking part of town, and it's
Like
huge.
everything around it, yeah, it's
just,
shitty.
yeah, it's ugly. Like anything around there is ugly. I think if you figure out a way to make it look prettier, it's nice. And again,
It is pretty ugly around there.
if you have to give something to Kader, and I don't know if it's to his credit or if it was something that was done before him during the Tremblay administration, he just happened to implement it. That whole change that happened when you come into the city there on University Street, where they took out.
Oh, it looks nice.
Tremblay
It's so
started
beautiful,
that.
Yeah.
man.
It
Come
is,
on,
it is.
it's probably one of the nicest things I've seen in Montreal. It opened up the entire
It makes
city.
the city look like
Where,
Toronto.
sorry?
It's beautiful.
At the 10
You know, as you come into the city, or
from the South Shore,
they have the big statue there, and it's all green spaces in the middle.
like near Griffintown.
Downtown.
Come on, dude.
He doesn't go down there often.
Think of if you went to the casino and you're coming back.
What's the street that
It's
De la
University.
Gauchetière and University? No?
Bro, take University Street all the way down towards the bridge.
Okay.
The 10.
Okay, all that middle thing.
It
in the
looks
middle.
nice. It looks
Yeah,
there's
I
lights.
would
It looks modern.
It's called the Entrée de Ville now, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You probably don't remember what it used to look like
It was pretty-
before.
it was
Does
industrial.
does it have the bridge? It's like the new bridge. It has that like big column. No, never mind. I'm talking about another. I'm talking
You're
about the
talking about the
15.
Champlain.
Yeah.
no, he's
I'm talking about the 15.
He's talking about the DeCarry
Oh,
South.
yeah,
No, forget about
pointy
that.
spires
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
built.
yeah.
That's cool too. No,
Those
but
are cool,
no,
yeah.
you go through the city, dude. Montreal, you go down, you go through
He doesn't go
downtown,
down there, man. He
and then you
doesn't go
grab
down there.
University Street. You keep going south.
George, even I've
University
only
and
seen
what?
it-
Just
De la
University all the way
yeah,
down
all the way
until
down
the end
to
of
the bridge.
Even I've only seen it twice from the van. You see it often because you're coming into
Of
the
course,
city.
yeah.
Like if you're in the city, there's no reason to be around there. Anna works there. I mean, not now because she's working from home, but like she works around there.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Yeah. It's cool.
No, it's beautiful. It's one of the nicest things that. And again, I don't know if
It
it
is
was
nice.
Kader's plan or if he just
I think it
picked
was
it
a
up.
Tremblay thing.
It looks like a real modern city.
It looks like Toronto. It feels like Toronto. You got the condo.
Yeah,
you're
so it's
entering.
nice. So I mean, sometimes you need these big infrastructure projects that are gonna really just change the way that the city looks. And this, the Carrick
The Carrick
Expressway.
I mean, it's interesting. To
Look,
me.
look, I'm with you. I like the idea of utilizing more space. That's
But
fine.
I do agree with you. Sorry,
I
I
see
do.
what you're talking about.
But if you're making the city bigger, there's more population. You can't net and reduce the
Lanes of
amount of
traffic.
lanes.
The lanes is ridiculous. I agree with you, but at the same time, how do you make it more? I was going to say user friendly, but it's not user friendly, but more pedestrian friendly because you're going to have green spaces, so you're going to have more families. You want to have the ease of crossing.
They want to
into it
line
and-
the entire DeCarry with condos. Like I see it happening on the south,
on the sides?
on the north end, like where I'm at. It's already started like Westbury, that complex they
Yes,
built.
yes.
They're like super fucking swanky condos, right?
Swank.
And they're right across DeCarry Square, which is like subjectively the ghettoest part of of Côte des Neiges. Like it's sketch around there.
Yeah.
Well, George dropped a super chat, but that doesn't make any sense. So what if there's another flood on the carry if it's covered? Well, if it's covered,
The water didn't come out the top.
yeah, but also, yeah, if it's covered, it's less likely to get flooded if it's all covered because
I
the
wouldn't go
water's
so
not
far
going
as
to
to
get in.
say that.
But it won't change anything.
But I do like the idea of green space there because it's such a central part
Did
of the
we
city.
add holes actually so it doesn't get flooded again?
They did something, but it has flooded a little bit again.
I don't know what they've done, but I do agree with you in Quebec having something over your head on a highway.
Bridges fall here.
You know, like the Ville Marie.
Ville Marie
It
sketches
killed
me out.
someone, no?
Did it? It was
One of those bridges killed someone.
It
was
was.
the last time
No,
you
you're
drove
talking
to the
about
Ville
you're
Marie?
talking about de la Concorde in Laval,
Oh yeah, that did kill someone.
the one over the 15.
Yeah.
But the Ville Marie, when was the last time you were in there?
The Ville Marie is the one that goes to his house.
The
No,
one when you want to go downtown from like the 15. You take the carry and then you enter the Ville Marie.
The when you take the 720.
It's actually not called the Ville Marie. I'm talking about that first tunnel on the carry.
So you could go down to Otwater.
So you can go down to like where the highway splits to go downtown or South Shore.
Yeah, the 720. You're talking about
Right before the 720.
it's not. It's
You're
all
talking
white
about
inside.
on the 15.
I'm talking about on the 15, that little tunnel.
Oh, I go all the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Have you
yeah.
ever looked at the tile lately?
I never called it a tunnel because it's so
it's not really a
it's
tunnel. Yeah,
instant.
it's small, but it's
Oh, that's what the Ville Marie is.
no, it's not. I'm wrong. I'm
Are
calling.
you
I
talking
said
about the Atwater tunnel?
no.
No,
I'm
that's
talking about
way
you're on the
further
15. You cross Code St. Catherine. You're about to get to the split to go you either home for you or downtown.
Yeah, okay.
And you go through that like half a kilometer tunnel
That's not the Ville Marie.
right at Monkland.
Oh, that's not the Ville
No,
Marie.
I know. I
Yeah.
said, guys. I said I'm wrong.
okay.
That's not
I know,
the
but
Ville
you
Marie.
were telling me like
Yes. Have you looked at the walls in there recently?
No, why would I? I'm fucking driving past it. You're a bad driver, bro. What are you
The
doing?
tile is destroyed. How many fucking cars have hit those walls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how
Like-
many guys like you?
No, no. Yeah, wow, nice walls. Yeah, exactly.
They are
Look at
nice.
them
Not anymore.
motherfucking walls,
75.
bro.
No, the Ville Marie is the one from downtown. You can go all like
To the old port.
to the East End. Like you go to Barrie.
Oh yeah,
that long tunnel
that
that
one.
splits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
the
that's the
Ville
one there.
The expressway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that you could get on from.
Can you go to the South Shore under the
VJ.
river?
The Ville Marie starts when you're coming in from the airport.
gotta
Ville
take
Marie is the one that
gotta
you go
take
onto the Palais du
La
Congrès.
Fontaine.
Yeah,
We
where
put-
is that?
Yeah.
Palais du Congrès is
okay,
over
okay.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
When
That's why
you-
this guy confused the
Let's
fuck
say
out of
when
me.
you're coming
That's
from
the-
when
that's
you're
the
coming from the
25.
airport.
Oh, right.
When you're coming from
I've
the
never done
airport,
that.
George.
I'd
You're
like
talking
to
about
do that
something
one
else,
day.
not.
Yeah, I've done
The
it.
airport is not downtown, bro.
No, I know, but you can go to downtown straight from the airport.
Yes. From
That's not the Ville Marie
from
tunnel.
20.
No, the Ville Marie tunnel is downtown. It's already downtown.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like where the old ports. It's under
Yeah.
the old port and
Right
the
under, bro,
plastic
Malaka,
old-
the Palais du Congrès, right under.
Yeah, the Palace de Congrès.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, what are you saying about that expressway?
It seems
No,
like
that's
a
the
cool
one that
idea.
has collapsed. No, not like the when you come out, the
Yeah.
concrete slabs have
Do you remember a few years ago in front of the bay on the Maisonneuve, the whole street just fucking sank?
In front
It was
of
like
the
a
bay on
massive
the Maisonneuve.
sinkhole.
What? No, I don't remember.
Like McGill College to like
Yeah, I know where it is, but how long ago we're talking about?
6 years ago, 5 years
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
Like a massive sinkhole. The whole corner just went down
Sinkhole, where?
in front of the bay downtown
Oh, that's
on
scary.
the north side of the bay, like the Maisonneuve, and they closed it for like 2 years. They were fixing it. I think it collapsed into like the metro subsystem, not into the tunnels, but like that part of it.
Yeah, this whole city is caving.
Fucking
in,
hollow, man.
Honestly,
Let's make our own city.
Let's move.
Let's make our own city.
dude, I think I say that
Blackjack and hookers.
a couple times a month.
Fuck the city, just the hookers.
I think it's the most annoying thing my wife hears me saying.
What?
You want to move?
Like, yeah, just get the
Where do
hell
you
out
want
of
to
here.
go?
Can you? Where would you
But
move?
that's the thing, man. When you
Longueuil?
think but when you think, okay, let's get out of this country.
Oh, you want to leave the entire
like,
nation?
Like we're not perfect here, but when you compare everything else around us that may be as decent, it really isn't.
What are you talking about? There's two countries around us, and one of them is superior to us.
What's the other one?
Mexico.
I thought you meant Denmark because of Greenland.
God damn you, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, since we're talking about Kader, the other thing that he promised to do was to tax the parking lots.
What do you mean tax the parking lots?
What?
What does that mean?
The businesses, the people that own outdoor parking lots.
Yeah, they're already
don't pay
paying taxes.
taxes?
They're a business.
Yeah, they're gonna increase those taxes, and it's not
Oh,
only.
so they're going to increase. Why does he lie? We're going to finally tax them like they haven't been paying taxes.
no,
I like
but
their logic. They take away all the parking, give them all the business, and now they're taxing them
Wait,
more.
but why are they taxing them more? Shouldn't they have to pay business tax like every other business?
yeah, but it's not, we're not only talking about just parking lots. Like apparently, it's also like the shopping centers that have parking space. They'll be taxed more unless.
Why? It's free, the malls.
Okay, so
So how are you going to tax them more? Because of the parking. They're not making money off the parking lot.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
What do you mean so? What is this communist bullshit?
dude, don't tell me. I'm not the one that came up
You
with
seem
it.
aggressively defending it. You're aggressive. You're
No.
like, so? What do you mean so?
Hold on. I'm confused.
So like, let's say Carrefour Laval, which is a parking lot in itself. So all that entire parking lot they have, right? They don't charge you. You go in, you park, and you go and shop. They're gonna get charged more as if it's an extension of their business.
Yeah.
What kind of Soviet bullshit is this?
Unless they decide to make them more green. Like if
What
they-
are you talking about?
yeah, like if you're planting trees
It's a
and if
parking
you're
lot.
creating
We gotta get the
We run into that tree. It's a parking lot. Yeah, but we need trees, bro. Just get in between the two pine woods. This is so stupid.
yeah.
Why do I have to keep parking in bushes? Because I don't want to pay taxes.
They're gonna have to rearrange the whole parking lot to
Is
to
it a
make kind of
parking lot or is it a
medians.
park?
Yeah, well, no, but you know, you can create like little medians and plant trees or whatever the hell you're gonna do. I don't know, but if you do,
Oh, no, this is insane, bro.
if you do make them greener, you will be exempted from paying.
Can you paint it green?
taxes.
Will that help?
just make the street lights look like trees.
This is so dumb.
That's insane, bro.
Guys?
That's literally. I think we've hit.
You're
This
asking me.
That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
We are living.
guys,
I was ordering lunch. What happened?
Guys, this whole episode started with Phil asking me, "What's happening with your backstage podcast?" This is why nothing is happening because
This is absurd.
You know what I mean?
Because George can't get home to his studio now because everything's fucking
Oh,
backed
this
up.
is fucking absurd.
No, that's
bro.
absurd, bro. That's next level shit.
dumb as fuck.
No. This is. So hold on. Now we're gonna
George
get.
ended us on a bad note.
But it's a good note. But here's the thing: it's a, and we're not even done yet. But
not?
it's a parking lot. That's its intended business. So is the government gonna tell me, look, I know you have podcasting studios, you're gonna have to pay tax unless you plant a fucking tree in there? Like, what is a tree? But it's a studio. I like trees too. It doesn't belong here. It belongs where trees are.
Doesn't it though? Wouldn't it be nice to have a little bonsai right here?
No, and a bonsai won't matter. They
A
want us to
ficus?
grow a
what
tree.
about a ficus?
No,
It's
they
just-
can all go
You
fight
know what it is?
themselves.
I mean, don't forget one thing. The only leverage that municipalities have are what is it? Taxation, but like les taxes foncières. So house taxes, school taxes, that sort of thing, right? Anything else is not their jurisdiction, right? So they have to look for additional ways to get money. Obviously, taxing parking lots for them seems like a very rational way for them to get more money, more income.
But I
Therein lies the
understand
problem.
taxing business lots because you're making money. But if you're taxing something that doesn't make any income, it's so absurd.
Yeah, well, I mean,
agree.
yeah.
100%.
But even business loss is still because they're already paying business tax. They're already paying
Yeah.
taxes because it's a business.
It's almost like they're trying to destroy because this doesn't matter. Let's say if it's a big department store, big thing, they don't give a shit. It's extra, but fuck, take money. I don't give a fuck. But for small businesses that have like a parking lot in front or whatever, they have to pay extra money that they're already scraping by.
'cause
It's
it's
like
like-
they're going to destroy small businesses.
Well, no, it's
Bro.
basically increasing the property tax. So
Yeah.
it is part of your property. So you're gonna pay more tax on it. But see, it's just the incentive to me that also doesn't make sense. Like, okay, unless you make it green, okay, but what does that mean? Like,
Maybe they can just paint it green.
Hold on, would they extend this also to homeowners if you have a
don't know.
driveway?
no, this is all commercial.
because then they
It's a
could,
commercial.
Way to take something and run with it. Impressive.
He tried his best.
He did.
no, but because they could.
They can't.
You're not making revenue off of it.
First of all, you're not allowed to cut trees on your own property, so they don't have to do it.
Yeah, you can.
You can't not have trees.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Unless you try hard enough. Like I know in TMR that was the thing too. Like if you go look, I think most every single property has to have a tree in front, and the ones that cut out for some reason they had to plant new ones.
You have to replace
Yeah,
it.
even in Cotonou, we had a pine tree.
I don't
and
mind
for us
that.
For years, it got sick and died.
I don't mind that. I like trees.
Me too.
I think trees are useful. Look, I'm not a scientist, but they probably help us breathe.
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe.
I never looked into this, but they probably do. So trees are useful, but it's just now this is stupid. This is not about making it a greener. This is just another way for you to make money.
cash grab.
You're cornering someone that they can't do anything. It's like this parking lot needs to be filled with fucking trees. Yeah, but then it will no longer be a parking lot. It will be a park. Ha! Tomato, fag. Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Why don't you tell them if you want to have this mall? I know for a fact that on the roof you do nothing.
Are you gonna Sky
Make
Mall again?
that
Oh, okay.
a fucking green space.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Those are excellent ideas.
Yeah. I am a man full of ideas. Some excellent, Most garbage. This one, a good one.
Your Sky Mall in Beaumont, that's still up there.
Sky Mall on Beaumont is one of the greatest ideas I've ever had. The problem is I'm speaking to small-minded peasants.
No
and
vision,
they don't get it.
They don't have vision.
So, a mall, again, for people who weren't... Why does a mall need to be just super wide like this? In Japan and in Pakistan and in India, they have malls that go up. That's all I was suggesting.
But they also have malls that go down in India and Pakistan. Malls that collapse it.
No.
Oh, did you see? There was a video. I think this was in India, bro. But this was in a school because they have the same thing. With, like,
So different country, different kind of building. Go on.
Hold on, bro. Bro, the construction there. I don't know if it's because of construction or so many people, but they were leaning on the rail. We're leaning on the rail, bro, and the rail,
That
bro.
wasn't a time thing. I meant get to the point.
Oh, everyone fell like fucking 5 stories, bro. It was
Has nothing to do with
insane.
anything we're talking about, though.
Hit that music.
Indian ingenuity is not what we're ridiculing now.
No. Was watching this Netflix series about a family of 11 people in India.
That's a small family in India.
No, but all 11 hung themselves. It's one of these true crime things on Netflix. I was like, this is the craziest story I've ever
Are
heard.
you sure?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I don't know what it's called because Anna put it on right before
Were they
bed.
reading one of your books? Is that what happened there? I can't.
But
think of
it's
it.
fucking crazy. But I was watching and it's showing life in like Delhi and
Oh
like,
my god, yeah, found them in Delhi.
Panipat or whatever, wherever she was from, the other chick.
I feel like they were murdered.
Oh, no. You got to watch this. I'm not going to spoil it. No, don't spoil it. You got to watch this. Super crazy.
They were probably murdered. This seems like a murder.
This is like New Delhi's Manson.
The
what
Chundawat
happened.
family.
Yes,
The what?
The Chumbawamba family.
The Chundawat.
Chunda what?
Chunda what? But it made me realize that I feel like India is not a real place. Like watching India, I'm like, this is a cartoon caricature of life.
I
Like,
watch a lot of videos about India and Pakistan. There's this guy from New Zealand who has a wife. She's Pakistani, I think, or Indian. I think she's Indian Muslim, maybe. And so he keeps making videos like, hey, 100% India, guys. He's a white guy. And he goes
100%
around
guys.
and he's showing you stuff like their tech places
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that. It's
I
so
think I've
much.
seen this guy.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch that stuff, but it's all like, I would never go there.
Never. There's just like in a
There's
room
too
this
much
in a
happening.
room this size, there are 90 people.
There are
living.
90 people and they're like, you want CD disc, man? You want disc? You want disc?
This man.
I was watching. I can't remember the documentary I was watching, but it's been on so many shows. This part of India where people literally live on the side of the train track.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Wow, what was that? Fuck.
I think it was the one with the photographers.
Yes,
on Netflix.
Tales by Light.
Tales by
where
Light.
they're literally living on the train tracks
On the tracks.
because they've run out of places to squat.
Oh, I've seen that.
Like
They live
when the train
on the
passes, you
track
have to lean
Dude,
in.
it's like this is the rail, and you're standing right here.
That's how they live.
That's where they live. That's where their shanties are.
Why
And
don't
the
they-
kids are like barefoot going through these trash dumps. It's crazy.
Yeah, like gypsies in Greece.
Not
yeah.
a real place.
If you're sleeping, bro, and you roll over,
You're dead.
you're dead.
Holy shit! So it's just out in the open.
Yep.
But then 16 other Indians take your place instantly,
That's crazy.
like dragon teeth.
Yeah, something needs to be done.
Alright, I've
They should
lost
build a.
interest in the
They
show
should
today.
build. Get out of here then. They should build a green space around that. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
trees, bro. They
Yeah.
could. The
I think-
shanties
I think-
would look nice with some
I
trees.
think they have bigger issues in India, bro.
Yeah.
And
Do you
green
know that if you
spaces.
live in India in a city at night, you can get eaten by a fucking jaguar? Like they'll just come into
The
the
problem with
fucking city.
India, there's too many brown spaces.
Too
Bro.
many
Everyone's taking a
jaguars.
shit in the street.
Yeah, bro. Leopards come into the city. They'll fuck you
No
up.
way.
Not many leopards, but monkeys, little monkeys. They don't kill
Monkeys-
you.
It's
but-
like raccoons here, but you get a leopard.
yeah, they steal shit. Little monkeys, they steal
Like
shit.
getting a
That-
fat
that I
little-
knew.
like a
Hilarious.
fat
You never
little-
seen that?
They use
You never
monkeys.
seen those videos, bro? It's the cutest
Yeah,
thing
they
in
do
the
They
world.
also use monkeys to sell drugs, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they stopped now because the monkeys asked for too much of a cut. They got fucking yappy.
Crime monkeys. Yeah, they sell drugs
Ever
with
since
monkeys.
that
They-
chimpanzee in Africa that picked up the AK-47.
You remember that? So yeah, they steal stuff
Harambe.
with monkeys. They
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Are you just basing all this on Aladdin?
No,
No, there's videos,
Yeah,
man.
They
they
have
videos.
nipples, the
Oh,
Indians.
but
I saw documentaries
Like
about
tourists
the
that are
monkeys.
just watching, trying to take a selfie, and you have a monkey jumping down, grabbing their bag, and
Yeah, they train the monkeys to rob. Yeah.
But now in Asia, because there's a lack
have
of
monkey
tourists-
gangs.
Yeah, they have monkey gangs, bro.
Yeah.
There's been humongous gang fights between the
Yeah,
monkeys,
between
bro.
monkeys. It's the cutest thing.
Bro,
I go back to my original statement. India's not a real place. It's a cartoon. It's a fucking cartoon from an episode of DuckTales. That's it. I said
Yeah,
it.
DuckTales, yeah.
Woo!
All right, Poseidon, play us out.
DuckTales. Woo!
You can't see him right now, but he's shaking his tits.
Shaking. But we
Oh,
can with
God.
that gray Heather Gray sweater.
Yeah, I see the outline of
why
his
is it
cock.
Heather Gray?
What?
What's up with Heather Gray?
That's what
it's
color
called.
it is. It's called Heather Gray.
No, it's called Gray.
Yeah,
Heather
That's
Gray is
Heather.
the person. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's just
hate
gray,
you
bro.
so much.
It's light gray. Why we gotta? Why
Bro,
we?
It's
hey,
just gray.
Google Heather Gray.
Your socks, your socks right now are
Yay.
what's it called? The
Candy
not
stripes.
the Grinch. What's the other thing?
Hat in the Cat-
Dr.
the
Seuss.
Cat in the
The
Hat.
cat in the head. You have cat in the head.
You have
songs.
hat in the cat.
Yeah. Thank you guys for checking this out. Head over to Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis. Sign up. Don't be some kind of a bitch. Join the nation, patreon.com/Pantelis. New episode of 2 Drink Minimum
Pantelis.
will be available everywhere in 2 minutes. Already available on the YouTubes. So check that out. George is over here. He refuses to continue the Backstage podcast.
a
Why?
Nazi.
Because he doesn't trust politicians anymore. Even though he grew up in that life, he was part of that life. He donated his time and his money to that life. He's out of that life.
Too many dicks for sucking.
He spends his time with other dads.
Sucking dicks.
Just us dads. New podcast, new episodes come out weekly. They are currently doing
Sucking
a weight
dicks.
loss challenge. They started last month. They said, who's going to lose the most weight? They're all
what?
40 pounds fatter. So,
Oh, yeah.
how do you decide a winner in a room full of losers?
Loser.
That's the question you need to ask yourselves. Just as Dad's one of the best podcasts coming out of this goddamn godforsaken country. Check it out. Links are in the description.
That's a good
Also,
fucking review.
Phil Balabanos in
my
front of
name.
me. Phil, when he's not doing this and he's not angrily telling Poseidon to end the show, he's doing his own podcast.
I get
Comes
hungry.
out once every 6 months.
It's a low blood
Filled
sugar.
my hole. But forget about that right now. Phil is more busy about making films. He's making films and commercials. Phil right
fucking
now can
commit
make
to
a
it.
commercial for you.
you.
Links are in the description. You can hire him. His rates are reasonable.
Oh.
His quality undeniable.
Wow.
His quality of commercials are so good, people have compared them to the old Nazi propaganda films during the Second World War. And if you remember, the Nazis accomplished a lot with that kind of shit. Like they got people to believe in some crazy ass shit.
He makes some good points.
If you need a powerful commercial, if like a powerful leader would require, perhaps a Hitler, perhaps a Stalin, perhaps a Mao Zedong, go no further
Zedong,
than
ooh.
Phil. Balabanos. Balabanos.com. Links are in the description. That's it. Go fuck yourselves.
Goodbye.
Deep Poseidon 69. Don't forget him. I'm sorry, producer.
Oh, it's okay.
He's
Don't
on the
worry about it.
internet touching kids.